Zinchenko across, Odegaard and Katia! Arsenal have won the game! Arsenal Football Club, ladies and gentlemen! Eddie Nketiah, your defense is in trouble. Nketiah's in the room.
Hi guys. Hi Matisse. So welcome everyone to Battle of the North. I'm gonna just do the intro because this guy's depressed in the top left right here. Hope everyone's having a lovely day. Everyone's defense is in trouble because Nketiah's in the room. You get me? It's just a fact. Certain people on this stream have been yapping for the last month, and all that happened is one Olise free kick, one Nketiah goal, and their title race is over. It's crazy. It's crazy how the world works. This guy was coming on here, bare energy, yapping, yap for an hour and a half. Now he's quiet. It's just unbelievable. All it had to 90th minute bottle jobs. 2 games in a row. Olise free kick and Nketiah winner. 2 games in a row, you know. I've never seen a bigger bottle job than this football club. The shortest title race of all time. I just want everyone in the comment section, please spam the prayer emoji, because I want to spare a thought for Man United's title race, which lasted all of 2 game days, 4 days, and their title race was over. So please just spam the comment section with prayer emojis. Welcome to Battle of the North. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe to Matisse.
Hit the like, yes.
Prayer emojis, guys. Prayers emojis. All thoughts and prayers are with Man United's title race. That's what I'm talking about, the comment section.
You done.
Hi,
right.
Matisse. Good day, my brother. How are you doing?
Husam, I appreciate
Matisse, before you go, let me just respond to that. I'm the same guy who said here last week, I still have all energy. You know what I'm saying? So let's not do that, because I'm always on smoke regardless whether my team's good or not. So don't let Matisse, don't let Husam lie to you. Last week, the week before that, when Husam was here, put your nuts on the table, blah, blah, blah. You're in a title race. And I'm the one here stating we're not in a title race. And now after 2 games, you flipped no. And now you've done a complete 181. So I was right when I said to you we're not in a title race. This team is not good enough. And you tried to argue me down about this. And I've been proven right about this as well. I'm saying with the Crystal Palace result, we'll get into that. With the Arsenal game, I'm sure we'll get into that. But to me, it ain't thoughts and prayers, because we were never in a title race. We were never good enough to win a league title. And I said this to you. I said this to Daps. Big up to Daps. I said this to Matisse. I said it to the entire chat as well. So I don't worry about it. It don't change nothing.
It's going to save you?
It don't change nothing. It's not a question of saving. It's right. I'm just stating facts.
You think this whole
I don't need saving.
Save you?
No, it's not a save. No, it's facts.
Look
You was wrong. I was right.
Look behind you.
You was wrong and I was right. Says the guy who's in 8th
I
place.
was right.
I'm
always right. I'm always
no, you
right.
weren't. You was wrong because you said we were in a title race. Now you flipped.
2 game days.
We were never in a title race. We were never in one. So it's cool.
I just want to know how the strongest defense in the league conceded.
We're never in one because we had a poor day and we're missing a couple players.
We're
missing 2-3 players.
Man, he could even pocket Nketiah. Crazy.
That wasn't on Martinez, but we move.
Nketiah.
Can I just say lateness is greatness?
Hey, big up to you, Daps, innit? You know
Nketiah in the room.
What have I walked into?
Husam talking rubbish
haven't
per
even.
usual.
I
That's
haven't
what you
even.
walked into.
I didn't even think I was that late, and I've walked into.
Yeah, I haven't even done the intro.
Okay, they've already started. Any cards issued yet? Any yellow?
I'm so no cards. I'm so discombobulated. So confused.
You bought another 2 players or something?
Nah, that doesn't confuse me. Daps. I ain't even done the intro. I was muted at the start. Then Husam took it away. Big up everybody. Welcome into the building. Welcome back to Battle of the North. Mr. Take Note Sarcasm City TV.
You already know.
How you doing? You good?
I'm good, fam.
Is this
better than I was yesterday?
Yeah.
Better than I was yesterday.
Is this,
I'm good.
I'm gonna keep introducing everyone because
I was better. I put it this way: I'm better than I was yesterday. You know what I'm saying? I'm much better than I was yesterday. I'm good. I'm good now. You know what I'm saying? Yesterday, not so much. Today, good. You know what I'm saying?
Let me just introduce everyone. I'm gonna get back to you in a minute.
I don't like this energy. You know, you're thinking to me like that.
Husam, this is football. Football heritage. The spaces that you're running. Big up your damn self. How are you, sir?
I'm great. The last 24 hours have been absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic.
You shouldn't be great, bro.
The enemy of my enemy is my friend. I would do anything in the world except want Man United to be in a title race. So the last 3-4 days, you know, Olise's free kick in the last second, Nketiah's winner in the last second. It's just beautiful stuff, you know. The strongest defense in the league conceded 3 goals. Nketiah scored twice, absolutely mental. Bukayo Saka, fantastic performance. You know, I got told that Man United are in a title race.
This was just an introduction. This was just an introduction.
No, Matisse,
no need to analyze just yet.
Matisse,
we just shaking hands. We just
because I'm the enemy of you 3 does not mean that I cannot have my say.
I was just asking how you were. You know, are you good? You know, you're getting in.
Okay, Alhamdulillah, I'm good. I cannot.
Yeah, you're healthy. Well, no.
Alhamdulillah, I'm good, brother. I'm
fantastic. Daps, never a foul, 2-footed tackles, cards not shown. How are you, sir? You good?
Do you know what, bro? I'm good. I'm looking forward to a week of not being under pressure, not being rattled for a week. At last, I've been waiting. I was speaking to Skull Thuggery, saying I just want a week on Big 6 Extra, yeah, where City, because I feel like for the last couple of weeks I've just been considering I'm in a good place. Positivity-wise, I'm being rattled way too easily because of my damn club. So, listen, I'm on here just to take notes, avoid cards, and work out. Because when you put the title up, and I saw that you put this morning saying serious questions need to be asked or something, and I was thinking, which one of these 2 is it about? Because I'm not too sure.
No. I mean, flawless.
Oh, so it's flawless.
Flawless.
Chat to me, family.
Flawless.
Talk to me. Man's here. I
have to call you to the stand.
Yeah, I swear to say nothing but the truth, bar the truth, by stand with God, and whatever the phrase is. You know what I'm saying? I don't have a Bible, otherwise I put my hand on it, or whatever you do in court.
Yeah, I just
want the defendant, please rise.
Up on the screen. Why are you keeping this comment up on the screen?
Sorry, Slippy. Yeah, sorry.
Because he's super chatting. Because he got chatted just like Frank.
Because he's super chatted. That's why. You know
yeah, super chat. Appreciate
super chat.
Sorry. So I got to call you to the stand today. Because you over the last couple of weeks have told us that everything will be fine.
Yeah, man.
Everything's all right.
Absolutely. Word to Bob Bali.
Yes, you've been quite the calming figure around the place, and I appreciate that. I really do. Yeah. From the bottom of my heart, I really do appreciate the sensible.
Can you tell your face you appreciate that, please? Yes. But go on, carry on.
So now, what now? Was this part of the plan? Speak honestly now. This moment that we're in, the last couple of game weeks, where you sabotaged the plan with the Manchester derby, and then you draw to Palace, so you effectively make it clear, not yourself, but as a team, you effectively make it clear that this testing the waters, which Saeed was doing on the Big 6, he was in the chat earlier. Shout out Saeed. You won't be serious. You won't be serious title contenders. So you're not going to help us in that way. You're not gonna allow City to do what they're doing because you're going to sabotage there, and then you're also not going to take the points off of the top of the table Arsenal like you guys promised. So I'm just trying to establish if this was part of the plan that we discussed in our emergency meeting a couple of weeks ago. I feel like we've derailed a little bit. Let's again. I was
present. I was present in the emergency meeting. I was not a part of it. We've established that when we was there. I'm there for my own, you know what I'm saying, own personal games. Was this a part of the plan? No, but plans fail. You know what I'm saying? And that things do go wrong. 99% of stuff that I stated went right. You know what I'm saying? You rang me when the Spurs City game was going on, correct?
Yes,
Matisse?
I did. Yes.
You rang me. And the score was 2-0. Yeah, he rang me during the game at halftime.
Because I noticed you rang me as well, Matisse.
Yeah.
I was at the game, but I need to hear what damn conversation Matisse rang you to have about Manchester.
I was out of my house and then he's rang me. Yeah. And I'm crossing the main road. You know what I'm saying? I just went to my corner shop and that. And Matisse is irate because I don't know what's going on. I've left my house. It's 0-0. Yeah. And he's like, it's 2-0. So I'm like, what are you talking about? It's 2-0. I think he was ringing me about FIFA or something. It's 2-0. All of this. You told me it would be okay. Matisse frantic on the phone. And I calmed him down and I said, Matisse, don't worry about it. City gonna win this game. I did state this correct.
You did. I rang you. I was looking for guidance amongst my amongst my peers and my friends. I rang expressions. I tried to break it down to him very calmly in an orderly fashion that his happiness in this moment is not important to me, and that his 2-0 lead that he was celebrating on his watch along will not serve him well on on Best of Enemies. It won't settle. It won't do him any favors when he has to speak to troops. So me and expressions had a heart to heart, and we kind of agreed that in the second half things would have to change. And I was calling you, Daps, to check in on you because, again, you know, just to make sure that you guys take care of business. I didn't know you was at the game. So then we managed to sprinkle, you know, whatever juju we could on that, and we turned it all around together as a unit. Tottenham, you know, they're the ones that have to hold that. Great win, well played. Then you guys win against Wolves. I was watching. I was doing the watch along, you know, making sure that my oil brothers are okay, making sure that they need anything. You need any tea, you need any biscuits, any little snacks, whatever, any supplements, I'm there. Do you know what I mean? I'm ready to facilitate whatever it takes for you to get your 3 points. And then I go to the next game flawless, and promises are not kept, and I feel betrayed. I feel misguided. I feel a little bit hurt.
It hurts me.
It hit me, yeah, because you guys
would feel betrayed. Me and you, we brothers. You know what I'm saying? And that, like, so the fact that you feel betrayed hurts me deeply because I would never want to do that to you. But sometimes plans don't go according to plan. Like I did state to you that City would beat Spurs. That happened. I also stated after we beat Manchester City, they will go on a run. They're now currently 2 from 2. Correct. They're 2 wins from 2 currently right now. Yes. And then a deflected shot. We went at our best in the Arsenal game, and a deflected shot has fell into Nketiah's path, and they scored. We were Arsenal did deserve the win. If we would have got a draw, I would have been pissed if I was an Arsenal fan about that. But these things go wrong. But the overall, even though the short-term objectives have gone wrong, the long-term objective is still the same. I'm saying, and we have still slapped Manchester City into. Wait, let me finish. No. I'm saying, I let you talk, Husam, so please don't interrupt me. The long-term goal is still the same, and Manchester City will go on a run and will catch Arsenal. I stand by that.
And
go on, Daps.
To be fair, it's for the greater good of God. It is.
Bro, listen to me.
Listen, no.
It's
for the greater good of God.
We let you talk. Let him go.
What we saw is like we got to
Wallace,
remember
you don't
where
run
we
the
are.
show.
Let him go.
The reason
I'll interrupt you. I'll interrupt you then, Husam, and you won't say anything then if we don't do that.
The reason we're in this group right now is because we've witnessed how unbearable Arsenal fans are if they win the league. Correct, Matisse?
It's not.
But let me continue.
It's not completely about that though. It doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel right. Daps.
I hear you, but what we witnessed in a kind of 2-week period is just how even worse Man United fans will be if they get even in a title race, yeah? And it's even worse than Arsenal, to be frank with you. So for the greater good of God, we don't need no fucking help from them, man, up there. Sorry, Flawless, you're a nice one, but we don't need no help from them. I'm saying this right now. We don't need no help from Man United, okay? Trust me, brother. We good, right? So it's good that Arsenal actually piped them, man, and shut them up, humbled them a little bit, because don't worry about us, yeah? Pep has worked it out. Pep has seen there's a new challenge. It's not about tactics. It's about reminding that sometimes you eat because you're hungry. That's Arsenal right now. They're fucking starving, right? They're hungry, yeah? No problem. Pep has found a way to get us lot hungry. We ain't hungry. We just like fucking food and we want to fill our bellies, yeah? So now he's just reminding everyone, listen, I know we're not starving. We're good. We eat regular. We eat steak. We eat good, yeah? But we like eating good. And he's reminding everyone, and do you know what? Right now we're going, do you know what, Pep? You're right. We love a bit of fillet steak, cooked medium to rare. And that is exactly what we're going to do. We're hunting those cows right now, in fact. The hunt has started. So don't worry.
So what you're trying to tell me, because my impression is that your belly was full and that you had finished eating the meal as a lion, the carcass, and
Liverpool,
Arsenal were the hyena. Yeah, they're kind of the hyenas, you know, the young, you know, quick, you know, fast, very hungry individuals that are circling.
Very vocal.
Yes, and when there is a pack of hyenas, Daps, tends to be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and just one lion. It's very difficult for me to see that the lion is going to win that. You know, especially if your belly is full.
But this is the thing. You've seen what this lion does when it gets to the business end of the season. This lion remembers that, do you know what? All right, I might have eaten recently, but guess what? I want to eat again. So we're going to eat again. Don't worry. Come May, we're eating good.
See, and this is what I've stated. Like
It's
I
very
said to
rude.
you, like I said to you, Matisse. You know what I'm saying? The long-term objective stays the same. You know what I'm saying? It's all about the long-term objective. And we have shot to there's a minor hiccup there with the Arsenal United game, but we continue. We move on. There's still plenty of games to be played. I said that Manchester, that defeat would kick Manchester City into gear. They're now currently 2 from 2. Who you lot play this weekend, Daps? Who you lot got?
Arsenal Friday. And
that's FA Cup. No,
FA
who you got next in the league? Sorry, who's the next league game? Do you know?
We
don't know what's
We've
going
got Villa
Let
soon.
us know in the chat, people.
Top of my head,
What I'm saying is
can't remember.
they'll win that,
but the
and then
thing
they'll
is,
win the game.
that
They're
Arsenal
going on a run
game
now.
But the Arsenal game that I thought wasn't important, I've now realised actually is. Although it's in the FA Cup, and you know what? Right now, the league is the league and the Champions League. They're the priorities. Do you know what? Friday night at the Etihad, yeah. Oh, now is it Spurs? Spurs away.
Yeah.
Spurs away. Right, yeah.
Okay.
But the
Maybe
Arsenal
Spurs.
game in the FA Cup is important because right now, I think we'll all agree that coming back from 2 goals behind against Spurs, right? It's kind of reminiscent as a Villa game a little bit where we were 2 goals down. And it's just that little reminder. Now, I'm sure there's going to be a bag of Arsenal fans in the comments right now telling us all, no, we don't care about City, blah, blah, blah. Cool, no problem. You can try and convince yourself that, but seeing us come from 2 goals down to win 4-2 is in the back of your head. It's in the back of Arteta's head, yeah? And now, if we then bring them to the Etihad and we beat them, although it's in the FA Cup, not the league, that's also going to be in the back of their head going into February the 15th when we have to go to their gaff. So it is actually very important that on Friday we get a W over them, just to put that little bit more pressure on Arsenal. But listen, this is what we do, Matisse. This is where Pep rises. This is where Manchester City rise. And we remind everyone that these mind games, this pressure cooker, this is what we do right now. So
Can I mean, Husam will probably agree, right? You guys had back to the Emirates with Man United, right? Just to debunk that and analyze that. You guys started off really strong in terms of like your pressing from the front and your intentions were good, and you were almost that friend that we had kind of written off in the heat of the battle going into the bar to go and approach some chicks. We thought, this guy, he's not got a great track record out in the field, but he's missing a few of his key attributes. No Casemiro, a couple of injuries here and there. No Diego Dallo. There's a few changes, but he's going out into the field to chat to these girls at these bars, and we're thinking, do you know what? Let's not write him off. Maybe he's learned a couple jokes, a few new lines, and he's going to go out there and express himself. And for the first half, you guys really did that. And you were competitive and you were in the field. And even when you were rejected by Nketiah with that equalizer, you went again and you went to go and approach another girl. And I really do respect it. But Ten Hag, I don't understand why the substitutions were so late. It felt so obvious that Eriksen was slowing the game down, was tiring the crowd, was tiring the people out there. And it just doesn't make any sense why he's getting cut up by Saka constantly. You don't take him off for Fred. And then we can see Anthony's doing nothing. Garnacho doesn't come on. And it's almost like you just
there's so much
relapse.
There's so much
It's like you relapsed again.
there's so much.
It's not a relapse thing. Could you debate with Ten Hag and his substitutions? Yeah, getting them wrong. I'm not even disputing that. Does he deserve criticism for that result? Yes, but I put the least of the blame on him. Like, do I think, and people say, oh, United balled it, blah, blah, blah. No, it wasn't a ball job thing. It's a lack of skill. That's what it was. Again, what I've been talking about with this team. Like, for the longest, what I said last week, and I repeat this again, what I said last week, the week before that, the week before that, and so forth and so forth. This team is not good enough to win a league title. This team is not good enough to win, to be in a title race. These are the facts of the matter. And when you take out our better players, don't let me go. I'll let you go because you're the first to complain when people interrupt you.
Okay, speak. I'm not saying anything.
Nah, it is. I can hear.
I'm just giving the crying.
Nah, you don't need to. You don't need to do the crying. I'll do it to you in it. When I do it to you, don't complain in it. When I do it to you on the show, don't complain in it. That's all I'm saying. When I do it to you, don't complain. I'm just saying facts.
crying all the
So I'm not
time,
crying.
man.
These are facts. No, it's facts because you was here last week
Okay,
talking about
okay,
United are in the
Mr.
title race.
Speaking
Put your
facts,
notes
go
on the
ahead.
table in it. So you
I
was
didn't
wrong in it
interrupt you.
because you
You
was
look
wrong in
your
it
head.
because you was
Speak,
wrong. This
speak.
is what you want, so we can have this. You was wrong.
No,
You know what I'm
speak. I
saying?
don't want
You was
nothing.
wrong
Get
in it.
him
You know what
out.
I'm saying?
Come
Like
on,
I
ref.
said, when
I
you
didn't even
talking
say
it,
anything.
like I
You
say
can
in it.
speak.
You know what I'm saying?
Come
When
on,
you
come
don't,
on,
when
come
when
on.
you
Free
when you
kick,
go in,
free
I'm
kick.
interrupting you.
Free
I'm just
kick.
putting that out there.
Let's let
I'm
look.
just
No
putting that out
cards
there.
yet, ref. No
Flawless,
cards. Just give him a
play
warning.
advantage. Play advantage. Go on.
Yeah.
Play
So
on,
as
play
I
on.
was saying, yeah, like
Yeah.
when certain people on this stream and others was like, why are you not in the title race? Why are you not in the title race? Because it wasn't inconceivable we dropped points against Palace and Arsenal. This team is not indestructible. It's not. But I love the way we're going. I've always said the Premier League is the furthest trophy we are away from. And I still believe that. You know what I'm saying? We have 3 cup games now to end this month. Go and win those games. We're into a final and into the 5th round of the FA Cup. And that should be the remit all the time. That's just me personally. Other Manchester United fans will disagree and go, oh, it's a missed opportunity. We could have been up there with Arsenal and City. And that's cool. I'm not disputing. I'm not saying they're wrong. I'm just saying for me, that wasn't it. I wasn't looking to go from our worst ever season to Premier League champions. I think that's ridiculous.
Flawless.
Yeah,
You seem to be. I mean, I'm going to be honest. I was watching my own channel earlier on, actually.
Big on Never a Foul.
And I was watching Cass. I was watching Cass on there earlier on.
What was Cass saying?
Far more positive than yesterday, and actually convincing himself that Arsenal still might be. That Man United still might be in the title race.
Okay,
Yes.
let's
the hope. It's the hope. It's the
Yes,
hey. All I say to that is to respond to that.
I'll
respond to that is it's the hope that kills you in it. If Cass wants to believe that, that's cool. I've never believed that. I still don't believe that. Like I said, we have free. We have 3 cup games in 8 days coming up. You know what I'm saying? To end this month. That's the target right there. Go beat Forest twice. Go get into that Carabao Cup final. Go beat Reading. Get into the 5th round of the FA Cup and go win them trophies because we ain't won a trophy in 6 years. I'm all about you talking about eating, you know what I'm saying, and like being like we starving right now. Go get that food in it. You know what I'm saying? Man, are like, nah, I want the flaming young. Yo, go get the Tesco meal deal. You know what I'm saying? Go get the sandwich. You know what I'm saying? And that go get the just ham sandwich. That's what you that's what we need to do. Any food. You know what I'm saying? Go get the just ham sandwich. Yeah, I know we do. I'm just saying go get the just ham sandwich.
For you,
We
though,
just go get the just ham sandwich. You know what I'm saying? They might be closed in Jordan and England. They're still open. You know what I'm saying? But go on.
We don't have Tesco in Jordan.
Go on,
We don't have Tesco in
Don't
You
Jordan.
can
you?
have cheese and onions.
Yeah, that's why
We
they're
have
closed.
good
now.
named
That's why.
supermarkets.
That's why it is. But go on, Husam. Go on.
Anyway, time for me to land the minerals. You got me. It's just because
Don't-
all of
please
this,
don't use that
you know,
word.
all
Don't
this
use that
fucking
word.
Arsenal.
If I
Don't
hear
use
this
that
man
word.
get any
Don't-
more
don't
airtime,
use that.
any
Don't
show
use that
I'm
word.
involved
No.
in.
I'm cutting you
Yes,
off.
God.
Don't use that.
How
Restart that,
did
Husam. Don't use
hit
that word.
three
Don't
birds
even
with
Don't
one
use that
stone?
word, man.
I will
Restart it.
I hit
literally
3
I will
birds
send
with
you
one
off.
stone.
That's
I
a
will
yellow.
send you
That's
off
a
today.
yellow. That's a
Today.
yellow, man. That's a yellow.
Okay.
That's a
Also,
yellow.
minerals in
Flawless is
Liverpool.
that's a
yellow.
Are there even, bro?
That's
You
a
can't
yellow.
have
Please,
minerals
just
right now.
let him carry on. Just let him carry on.
Yes.
You can't
Anyway,
have minerals.
as I
You're
was
Liverpool
saying-
at the moment, bro.
Please let him carry on.
As I was
Let him
saying,
carry
okay,
on.
Daps, no one gives a fuck. Anyway, when it comes to Arsenal, first of all, you know, I love the speech that Flawless gave. Fantastic speech and stuff. And, you know, he's been consistent all the way throughout, but that's not going to save him because no one gives a fuck if Flawless was right or not. Because at the start of the season, in Flawless's own words, I don't give a shit if you told me or you didn't tell me. Liverpool are crap right now. So, Man United have just bottled it in the 90th minute against Crystal Palace, Olise free kick. And your whole fan base had a meltdown about Casemiro getting sent off for one game. If you're that reliant on one player, maybe you should revise the job that your manager's doing. And then the game after that, Arsenal had 25 shots compared to Manchester United's 6. Somehow they try advertise this as some sort of close game. There was a close affair and all this shit. Arsenal peppered the shit out of Man United. If Arsenal could finish, if Arsenal had Haaland up front, if Arsenal had a real guy up front, this game ends 6-2, 7-2 easily if they could score goals. 25 shots to 6 is not a close game. It's not a we run them close. Arsenal had 19 touches in the first half in Manchester United's box, whereas Man United had 2 touches.
Was
That's
it not
not a
60
close
something
game.
by the end of the game, wasn't it?
Saying crazy.
Yeah, just because of this whole
Fucking
thing that,
crazy.
you know, people are just because the game ended 3-2 don't mean it was close. Even when you look at the United goals that they scored, Rashford's goal, no, I give him credit. Fantastic
Banging goal. Shout out
But it
Rashford.
was a great goal. But it was a mistake. It was a mistake from Partey. When you look at the second
it was
goal,
great skill for
Ramsey
Rashford. Don't do
literally
that.
couldn't even collect the ball. He couldn't even collect the ball, and that's why it rebounded to Lisandro Martinez. My problem is not
Great
even
header.
Flawless. And this is what I said even last week. I have no problem with Flawless because Flawless is a realistic guy. I have a problem with his fan base, not him. This is where the problem lies. His fan base is hands down the most obnoxious, nauseating fan base you can find in this whole Premier League. And you give them 1 inch and they take a mile. All they had to do was beat Manchester City last week, and we got 3-4 days off. We're in the title race. Manchester is red. Rashford's better than Mbappe. Lisandro's the best centre-back in the league. We have the best midfield in the league. Just all over the place. Casemiro's better than Rodri. We're going to have conversations about KDB. All the extra shit that you could imagine with United fans. I hate Manchester United, and they have embarrassed themselves because this is the shortest title race in Premier League history. The shortest title race in Premier League history. I remember when me and Daps were in a title race. Tottenham came in. They logged into the title race 1 year. Tottenham at least stayed for 3-4 weeks before we said Tottenham are now off the train. I have never seen a football club last 4 days in a title race. 4 days in a title race. Crystal Palace away, Arsenal away. Boom, draw, boom, loss. 1 point of the first.
Now the funniest thing is, but Sam, the funniest thing is, that was the thing. The whole thing was, all they said before they played Man City was, we'll talk after these 3 games.
Exactly.
Right? We'll talk after these 3 games, right?
Thank you,
and
that's my point.
I think we'll all agree.
Because we spoke to Cass, we spoke to many United fans.
And our fan base went on a press tour about it. Yeah,
and as I said at the start of the stream, you get me, and the comment section listened because they feel what I'm saying right now. Everyone, please just spam the comment section with praying emojis. I just want to see this praying emoji. All thoughts and prayers are with Man United's title race that lasted 4 fucking days. If a human being wanted to fast and not eat food and drink only water, they could last for a month. Their title race lasted 4 fucking days. They conceded 3 goals to Eddie Nketiah. Eddie Nketiah scored twice against Manchester United. Lisandro Martinez, Varane, Wan-Bissaka comeback season. Luke Shaw's the team of the season left back. David De Gea, have you seen De Gea under Ten Hag?
De Gea was playing basketball.
3 fucking goals.
And then he saw the celebration from last week and thought he'd get involved.
No, I'm landing because this plane is filled. This is an Airbus 7000 filled with passengers. Let me just drop all the passengers as soon as I drop, and then I will land my plane. Second of all, did you know, because you guys know I like to give you some statistics, because men lie, women lie, numbers don't. Let me give you some statistics. In their first 25 games, Erik Ten Hag only has 2 more points than Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. 2 more points than Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, having spent 200 million.
Before you continue, no. Before you continue, just one question on that.
I already said I'm not addressing Flawless because I know Flawless is realistic. I'm done. Flawless. Let me land.
You're not addressing me.
I speak to them.
I know you're talking to them. No, I had a question. All right, my bad. I got a question about that though, but go on. Yeah, my bad.
Yo, he's going for it.
Flawless has not said any of this. I repeat, Flawless has not said any of this. I'm addressing the Man United fans who have no brain.
Bro, you fan base make me look bad, you know.
Flawless is part of the 10%. So anyway, as I was saying, Erik Ten Hag only has 2 more points more than Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Ole's at the wheel. That same guy. Ole's at the wheel. That same guy. 2 more points after spending 200 million. And I just have a question here because I'm going to ask the $1 million question. When are we going to have to start asking questions about Mr. Anthony and Mr. Sancho and all these fucking players who they buy for 70, 80 million? Because last I checked, Matisse gets asked about his 70 million players every week. Mr. Daps gets asked about Grealish every week. I get asked about Nunes every week. Why is it when it comes to the darling Jadon Sancho, who can't even make the fucking bench ahead of Ilanga, we don't ask questions? Why is it that you went and you signed an 80 million fidget spinner who's been shit for the last 8-9 games, doing fuck all? You know who was Arsenal's left back yesterday? It was a midfielder, Zinchenko. He spent half the fucking game in midfield. He couldn't dribble past him once. Mr. Dribble, Jogo Benito, and all this fucking shit. Now we know why Rafinha starts for Brazil and not him. Man United's downfall is starting, and this is my final point.
Whoa.
This is the start of the downfall. Whoa. And I warned you all from the start. I told you, everyone's waiting on the Arsenal downfall. The real downfall is the Man United downfall. Mark my words. Manchester United are not going to finish in the top 4. And you can laugh at me in February. I will laugh at you in May when it happens. Man United's downfall starts now. Games are coming thick and fast. They've got 4 competitions to worry about. And you can ask Daps and you can ask me what it's like to compete in 4 competitions, because we know. These two, they don't know. I know what it's like competing in 4
Of course
competitions.
I know.
Of course I
This-
do. Relax
This
yourself.
Yeah,
next
relax.
run,
Of course I know.
Relax yourself.
semi-final Carabao Cup, FA Cup, Europa League, Premier League. If you're bitching that you couldn't win a game because Casemiro was injured, the fuck are you going to do about all these other fixtures? Are you going to play Casemiro Sunday, Tuesday, and then Friday? Are you going to play Casemiro 3 games in 7 days? No, you ain't. So now you have to answer for your crimes, and the downfall is starting. And I'm telling you right now, in May, I will laugh the most, because he who laughs last laughs the most when they finish 5th or 6th or 7th. I'm telling you right now.
Laughs longest.
All right, so yeah,
But
so,
pretty
so,
good.
so let me
Pretty good.
respond to that.
Do you know what?
Before you
Wow.
I
continue,
might be willing to
one-
take.
Wow.
I might be willing to take his yellow.
Straight from the
I
heart.
might take the yellow off.
I-
I'll have
I-
the yellow
Can I go through
Maybe
super
well-
chats
No,
before
here's,
you
yeah,
guys...
before you go into that, I gotta give Husam his credit. It felt weird him praising me and saying I'm not talking about flawless because I'm realistic. But go through the super chats. That was just strange. but I appreciate
100%.
it.
I'm not addressing flawless.
Yeah,
Flawless
I
kept
appreciate
it real
that.
from the start. He said we ain't in a title race. He said all of this. Our problem is
They're saying you emptied
you
the whole
have to
clip.
address the same
did.
way I addressed my fan base's crimes when you
Yeah,
asked
yeah.
me why is Nunes not scoring more than Haaland? Why are you not in a... I told you. I never said this, but I had to address it. So it's full stop.
Yeah, because you know me, I'll address anything you say. Because the one thing I wanted to say when you said Ten Hag only has 2 more points than Ollie, are you talking about Ollie in his interim run, not Ollie when he got the job, correct?
Yes.
Yeah,
18
because
out of
Ollie,
25.
because the thing is, as they is now, Ollie interim Ollie manager was different gravy. That's why he got the job initially. He went on record winning runs. We won 9, I think it was 8, I think it was like 10 games away from home, which set the record. We were slapping everyone. We got gassed up, as did I, because we emotionally got involved. But to say there's any correlation with those two is absolutely ridiculous. All you have to do is open your eyeballs and watch the team now and watch the team under Ollie
I'm
and
just
see if
giving
there's
the
any
statistics.
difference. Yeah, because our interim manager Ollie's different. I said this. Interim manager Ollie I would take. You know what I'm saying in that? But we seen what happened with that permanent manager. That's why he can't get a job now. But go on, Matisse. I'm gonna respond further to what some of the stuff that Sam said.
So yeah, I'm gonna go through
Go on.
super chats, but
I'll let you go through super
I
chats.
do think there's absolutely no comparison between
There's no
Ollie
comparison.
and absolutely
Zero.
no comparison between Ollie and Ten Hag. I do
Zero.
think Manchester United are slightly ahead of schedule, very much ahead of schedule.
We
I
are-
think most people had them outside the top
We,
4.
we are
Now you-
way ahead
yeah,
of schedule.
now-
we are
now you-
so
you-
far ahead of the schedule.
You feel like they're going to finish outside top 4. That remains to be seen. Let's see what happens. My issue with Manchester United is exactly what he portrayed, which is this kind of 1 week titles, race. But Flawless was never involved in that. But
1
more
week, 4
importantly-
days.
More
brother.
importantly, it's the way that you've picked up your points. You didn't have to do it this way. You could have easily done it in a different way. And it goes against the plan. It goes against the structure. It goes against the meeting. And I don't like it and I don't appreciate it. And it makes me sick to my stomach, especially when you guys were so close to picking up a point. But again, for me, those substitutions were late. Everything else,
Yeah,
I understood. And I do think that you guys at least came with the right intentions at the Emirates. You tried to press, but
You
the
tried.
main issue, before I go to Super Chats, and then we're going to go straight to Daps. My biggest issue is it was very clear once again that you lost the midfield battle, especially in the second half. After you had done all of your running, after you guys had, exerted all of your energy, I'm looking at Eriksen, Bruno, and Scott McTominay versus Zinchenko, Partey, Odegaard, and Xhaka. And do you know what's so incredible? Because Zinchenko was incredible this game. Do you know what's so mad about Zinchenko and Partey is, so it's a box, right? They got 2 options ahead of them. And then there's them 2 just behind, centre back split, and then the wingers are on the touchline. They've got options to switch play. They can both switch play. They've got options to progressively pass it in between the lines to find those 2 ahead of them. They can do that. And if you dare block those passing lanes, they'll also carry the ball. How many times I saw Zinchenko carrying the ball was nuts. So there really is, unless you go 4v4, which is what Newcastle did, they just packed the midfield. Which you tried to have a little bit of defense, but also you wanted to have a show that you could go forward. Unless you do that, you just don't stand a chance against those 4. You have to match them. So it's a bit of a difficult situation, especially when Eriksen, he doesn't have the legs, and then McTominay's limited.
McTominay is more than limited, and Bruno is limited too. And I didn't get gassed up by good results and us playing
Bruno's
well
a
and
fucking rat as well. The way he wanted to win that penalty,
and
disgusting.
Ten Hag getting the most out of these players. Like that's what I'm saying. That's why I look at it and go, yes, maybe he could have changed it, but Ten Hag is gonna get things wrong, but he gets much more things he gets right than he gets wrong, and I don't let that one result change my whole thought process and what's going on. You said we are way ahead of schedule.
Can I just say one thing?
Made is in before you go one set, Daps, we way ahead of schedule. Our progress is a lot. Obviously, we're all concerned about Casemiro missing, but this squad, like I've said on this very show and said many, many times before, is short. And I'm fully aware and fully understand that it's short. But I like what's going on currently. And that don't change anything. We got 3 cup games coming up. Go win them. Yeah, go on, Daps.
I was just going to say, I do think it's unfair to compare Ten Hag to Ollie, 100%. Because Ollie actually had Man United top in January.
Yeah,
and he finished second.
Yeah. He finished second in it. What a trophy! The Liverpool guy love him finishing second in it. Ironically, in it. The Liverpool guy love him finishing second in it. Ironic, ironic in it.
When it comes to, I finished third that season. Now, when it comes to Ollie,
just in general,
they actually created the second most chances in the league as well. You know, this whole change of play. And one quick point. You know, since Bruno was mentioned, Bruno is the biggest fucking rat in this whole league. I cannot stand that motherfucker. Let me tell you right now, I'm announcing this on the Battle of the North. Big up to everyone who's watching. If any fucking Premier League player punches Bruno Fernandes in the face, I'm buying his shirt and I'm wearing it to this show. I cannot stand that bastard. The way he just bitches
animals, bro.
And the way he wanted to win. And sorry, Matisse, one more thing, because I forgot, because I have to mention this before I forget. You know, the problem with Man United is, and you know, yesterday, the Man United agenda from the fucking commentators and the media is so nauseating. It's like as soon as the Nketiah scored the goal, the commentator, before he even saw the replay, oh, it's offside. Isn't it offside? Ooh, there's doubt there. It might be offside. And as soon as Wan-Bissaka tripped because he's not a footballer, he's a fucking, I don't know what the hell he is, probably a UFC fighter, the way he uses his legs, the way he tripped in the penalty box, I'm like, ooh, this could be a penalty. Ooh, they're going to check VAR, just like spreading this Man United agenda. Fuck you, bro. You're supposed to show some sort of neutral element as someone who works in the media. Don't come up to me and do this whole, ooh, it's offside, ooh, it's a penalty, all this nonsense. Akhi, no one cares. Akhi. Swear, just spreading Man United agenda, bro. Piss off, man. So annoying.
Right,
I swear. Howard Webb is back as well. This is why the referees now, they made a Mank referee a Man United game.
Let's go. You know what I'm saying?
Mad Content Creations doesn't align with anything from This Is Football in terms of punching people in faces and endorsing such madness. Yeah, so I just want to make that very clear.
And let alone animals like rats. Don't go around punching animals.
RSPCA. Husam, your analogy was brilliant. United won't get top 4. That's from AJ. It's going to be very interesting to see if that Mystic Husam prediction comes to light. I'm not actually agreeing. I think Man United, it depends on circumstance, because I do think that the underbelly of their squad is not quite as strong as,
which I've been saying, like,
it depends on injuries. That's all hypothetical. Orange says, man, how many more of these? Just accept it. Come on, you Gunners. I mean, I don't know what to say. I mean,
this 18 games, they play 20 matches, Arsenal, yeah? Is it 20? 19? There's still 18 games.
It's always the manner flawless. It's the manner. Every single challenge they are posed with.
You just said Manchester United were top in. You know what I'm saying? We're top with Ollie, as Daps nicely and kindly reminded us about. You know what I'm saying? We didn't win the league that season.
Thank you.
So the difference is, right? How many times did we see shit performances from Manchester United bailed out by a penalty from Bruno Fernandes? I spoke on it that whole season.
Yeah, we did.
Manchester United were a false entity. This is not the same situation. And I warned you a couple weeks ago. And I'm going to keep warning you until you learn, until you understand. You better be understand. This is not the same as any comparison that you're making. I've seen people make comparisons to the Liverpool team under Suarez and Sturridge and Sterling. That team could not defend. That team was horrendous defending-wise. So we're clutching at straws here, gentlemen. We're clutching at straws. We really are. Let me go.
I'm gonna keep clutching at them straws. You know
I bet you are.
Yeah, of course.
Man, your juju did not work more than you can believe. I knew I was hesitant to waste it, and now I know why. Ten Hag went to Arsenal with a Burnley striker and Burnley level central defensive midfielder and got the same result as Klopp with his strongest.
That's good, Aslan. That's good, Aslan. Bro, we lost to Forest and fucking.
That's good, Aslan.
AJ says United paid 100 million euros for a stray hyena.
Stray hyena.
Wow. That's not very nice, AJ. Sports Capital says you literally have a whole 11 on your bench. We don't so go and win your FA Cup. You should be more worried you're allowed Spurs and Chicken Royale to score. That's for City. City's bench is as strong as it gets in this league. It is ridiculous when everybody's fit. Arsenal will destroy City. Cinnamon. Listen, I've said it a couple of times today. If City fans are looking to those 2 fixtures to take their 6 points, then look again, because I don't see it personally, but I would love to be proven wrong. Arsenal versus Man United Europa League final will be scenes.
Arsenal don't. It would be.
Man United ain't gonna get past Barca, bro.
Arsenal in Europe don't do well, and we are gonna get past Barcelona.
You are gonna get Barca.
Barca are top
Yeah,
of
we're
the
gonna get
Liga.
past Barcelona.
All agenda aside.
They have the best defense in Europe at the moment.
They're very good as well. Barca,
Cool. You know what I'm saying?
And
Yeah.
Anthony's
We'll go there
really gonna
and
have to turn it up that game.
We'll go do what Victoria P did. It'll be calm. You know what I'm saying? I
I'm
seen them
sure
struggle against
Araujo's
Victoria
still
P. We'll be
together,
alright. You know what I'm saying? And I seen them struggle against Inter Milan. We'll be alright. You know
But
what I'm
to
saying?
give context, there was a lot of injuries at centre back for them. They had Marcus Alonso playing, because the Barcelona fans were quick to tell me that Bellerin was involved and Marcus Alonso at centre back.
Injuries, but all right. So say they get injuries against us leading up into that game.
Well, if again hypothetical, but if they go with the strongest defense that they've got, they have one of the best defenses, if not the best defense in Europe.
Yeah. I'm confident going.
You're confident.
That game. Yeah, very confident. You know me, and I don't just say that because you know me. I'm not just saying that as a
100%. You were very quick to shut down any title talk immediately, and I respect
immediately.
It,
the same way I'm shut.
You know, you weren't testing those waters because those waters are deep, and those waters are. You got to be able to
stereotype,
swim.
man. I can't swim. I'm gonna fit the stereotype.
Hey, so Saeed, I did warn you. If you can't swim, don't test those waters. You know, when you're testing those waters,
what sharks?
Did you have your floaties? Did you have your
saw
floaties
the sharks
on?
and then get in the ocean?
No,
I didn't. The others saw the sharks and they still got in.
Hassan, you think I need sharks to see sharks to not get in the ocean? I ain't getting in the ocean if it's see-through and blue. You know what I'm saying? What do you mean? I'm not going in the ocean. You crazy? You know what I'm saying? Let me stay with my 2 feet on the land. You know what I'm saying?
Daniel, appreciate you becoming
big up Daniel,
member.
man.
Big up your damn self, bro. There's lots of
Daniel.
content coming with members at the moment. We had our FIFA stream the other day and I got absolutely whooped.
And he lost 6-1 to the first guy. Crazy.
Yeah, there's a lot of lag. I got a cable to buy. That's all I'm saying. Excuses. By the way, the pitch at Anfield was very wet. We're gonna get to it. Orange. Husam says, "Wallahi, you kill me, Habibi, from an Arsenal fan." I mean, your rant was honestly.
Shukran, Habibi.
There's a lot of anger there. There's a lot of anger there. Pent up anger, it seems. This is a therapy session for us all. This super chat says, Husam, Arsenal had 5 shots on target, United 4 on target. You conveniently forgot to mention that.
You conveniently forgot to mention that you guys had 15 players on the penalty box. Obviously, half of them are going to get blocked. Smart ass.
Carry on, Husam.
Your defense is in trouble and Ketty's in the room. Where did this song come from? Is this a song?
Fucking deflect.
Yes, your defense is in trouble and Katia in the room. It's an actual song, bro.
Okay, yeah. I've heard it a few times today. It's really pissing me off. Husam, are you getting Conference League next year? Question.
Are you gonna ask more entertaining questions? How many times I have to answer this shot, on this fucking show? You're someone who watches this every week as well. I see your name in the comments. How many times
to answer the question? You said top 4, right? You said top 4. You said Liverpool again. Top 4.
Wade is in the comment section, but Wade's quiet. He don't want to get roasted again. He's quiet.
Wade, man.
Hey, not Wade. Hey, Wade. Sit this one out.
Sam, last year when you were actually in a title race, right? You never used to snap like this at the comments, bro.
He is very angry. I think it's partly because of what Liverpool.
I'm not angry. I just hate Man United. It's the truth.
You know what? You hate the comments as well. You hate the comments as well.
I love the people. I'm a man of the people. I love the people.
No. You're not a man of the people. Don't do that. I'm the man of the people.
Relax. The way that you absolutely tore, the way that you roasted Wade the other day was diabolical. It was borderline criminal. And there's no way you can do up the community tag and then do something as vicious and as violent as that. Let me borderline going to call the police. It was violent.
When this comes to everyone here grew up watching WWE, you get me? I'm Dwayne The Rock Johnson. You know, I can roast people, but they still love me.
Yeah,
I'm saying to Mr. Shot. One second. I'm saying to Mr. Shots on target. The reason why half of them are blocked is because everyone was in defense for you. you had 15 people defending in the box. So obviously when they shoot, it's going to hit one of them idiots. So obviously the shots on target one is going to be less. Doesn't mean that you had, you were better, akhi. That's all I'm saying. But I love you though, so thank you for the super chat. As when it comes to Shah, as someone who watches this show regularly, you already heard me say,
ask him again, Shah.
In the top 4. Khalas, done.
Yeah. Ask him again, Shah. But just point out that you are not. I'm the man of the people. I'm the people's prophet. Like, let's.
You ain't no man.
Taking my time. I am the man of the people. You know what I'm saying?
No,
you can be the man of Jordan or some shit. You know what I'm saying? That's
no,
I'm
not
your title, innit? You're the man of Jordan.
I'm the man.
Yes, you're the man of Jordan, innit? I give you that. You the man. I'm the man of the people, innit? You know what I'm saying?
You can't be the man of Manchester because you ain't comfortable in your own ends anymore.
I'm very comfortable in my own ends.
Manchester's blue now.
I'm very good. Is the Premier League not blue? You should know about
people who walk in Manchester.
The Premier League not blue.
City shirts on and
no, they don't. No, they don't.
Come on,
no,
please.
they don't. You know what I'm
Please.
saying?
Can
You
we-
don't see
People
City
don't
shirts in Manchester. You don't see City shirts in Manchester.
The game is being stopped. Can we please
No.
persist? You know what I'm saying? You guys are
Hey, no booking, no booking, no booking, no booking. I was a clean 50. Nah, I
No
was a clean
booking, flawless,
50-50.
shake my
I was a
hand,
clean
no booking.
50-50. Yeah,
Shake
I was
my
a clean
hand, flawless.
50-50. Yeah, I'm saying.
The
Clean 50-50.
fluidity, the game is not flowing. I'm trying to flow. Gavin says, I'm Chelsea fan since 06. I'm 26. I love the new Chelsea. I'm not gonna lie. I don't believe that you are being serious. I believe this may be a troll. The way you've left the exact year that you started supporting, I'm not buying it. I feel like you're trying to rattle the rivals up and I need proof. Clipped out of context, sarcasm city TV.
Yeah, big up to you. But next time, clip the part where I roasted Man United instead of just clipping the one comeback that Flawless had all so long.
You know
Guardiola's first season, he didn't even challenge. Klopp's first season, he didn't challenge. What bottom barrel waffle is this, Husam?
Can I address it, Matisse, or just gonna?
Please do in a normal Husam way.
Okay, music. I'm not gonna say anything negative to you, my brother. However, you have to look at starting point. When Arteta first came in, when Klopp first came in, they had way tougher jobs than when Ten Hag came in. 18 months before Ten Hag stepped foot into the job, they finished second in the league. That's different to what Klopp and the others had.
Ridiculous. We legit.
See, I responded calmly.
That's not
and
true.
Thank you for the super chat, Scholes.
Big up for the super chat, but that's just not true. But
I don't smoke though. I smoke cigars only.
We literally had our worst ever. We had our worst ever season. The season before Ten Hag got here.
Matisse, can you move on to the next super chat?
I
No, let's not do that. We had our worst ever season. To say, Arteta was much worse than that. Look at the team we had. You're looking at it with Casemiro and Martinez and others in there.
No. I'm saying the starting point.
No, the starting point. Go look at that team then.
Well, yeah, but the starting point for Arsenal and Liverpool were way worse. You already know this.
I disagree.
Flawless actually had an objective conversation with the Arsenal and United fans regarding this. And the one thing we all agree on is that Klopp had the hardest job.
Okay, cool, innit? All right, well, you lot can take that, innit? What back-to-back trophies for Klopp, innit? You know what I'm saying?
That's like a second place trophy, innit?
Whatever, man, innit? Hella bad, whatever, innit? Yeah. You went, what's he winning now? What's he doing now? It's over. Show's over. You talking about downfall. You're in the downfall. You know what I'm saying? And we winning something this season. What you winning this season?
And you're here going to celebrate.
You winning this season? Nothing. You winning nothing this season. Yes. You had a parade with the Carabao Cup.
No, we had a parade with the Carabao and the FA Cup.
And the FA Cup. That's sad. My team will never do that. That's sad. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Big old Liverpool,
trophies.
7 European
That's
cups, and then you get what I'm saying domestically. That's terrible. You know what I'm saying? This guy.
It's the only way I'm gonna get through the super chats. It's the only way. It's the only way, Daps.
I'm
just
sending
for
through
a minute. Let me just send them
cards
off.
this week for me.
We ain't getting through otherwise. Daps is gonna feel hard done by if I don't send these men off. I think they're doing it on purpose at this point. They almost want to be walking down the touchline.
We have to speak, and this is a thing I'm not going to allow. I'm more than happy to. We'll touch on City. One thing we have to touch on this week, though, is Liverpool as well.
We will.
Good.
Let me blast. That's why I got to blast through this, and then I'm gonna throw them back in.
There's some positives for Chelsea. There ain't no positives from that game for Liverpool.
This super chat says, "Do you think Spurs at home versus City can pull off a draw?" The way Tottenham are playing, for me, no chance. Do you know what I'm saying? No chance for me. Let's see if we can at least even have them in here for a second. Who knows? I'm probably overdoing it here to expect calmness. Appreciate you becoming a member, my brother. Abdul, much appreciated. Keep speaking facts, Husam. Let him cook. Luis Garcia is saying Champions League Super Mid 3 coming after our January players land. Aye, let's walk before we can run. We can't even get back-to-back wins. Jason, will there be a Talking Tactics this week? Big up the show. Yes, it's actually already recorded. I just came back from studio it's coming out. Abdul says, "Man, why are you bringing the most calmed Man United fan of all time against two of the most stormy rival fans ever? No one was predicting United to finish top 4. You know, as you can see by the panels,
Did he just call Flawless calm? Are you aware of this show, brother?
No. When he says calm, he's not talking about in terms of me and you go back and forth, because that's what we do. He's talking about in terms of my predictions.
That's not your predictions.
There has to be variety.
I'm calm because I could have been on here talking, title race, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that, and all. Like, no, that's not me in it. I just respond back to you when you say some stuff, and I'm like, you talking about downfalls as a Liverpool fan? You might have sliding down the table.
Absolutely, I'm the expert.
You know what I'm saying?
Downfall.
Yeah. Trust me.
Who knows more about the drugs than the guy who uses them? No one.
See what I'm saying? You lot, exactly. But we are not on no downfall. We
come to me to ask me about downfall.
We on the so you don't know about come ups.
How is it every time?
Go on, carry on.
What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you two? What's wrong with you two?
It's not me. It's in me. Starts.
That is childish.
You see? Do you understand? Do you understand?
You started it, yo.
Let me tell you something, right? This is how you put a panel together. All content creators that are watching this show, because I know it's not just consumers. This is how you put a panel together. Do you see why me and Daps have to be a little bit more reserved? Can you imagine if me and Daps had the same velocity to our arguments as Flawless and Husam? You wouldn't even get audio. You would just get Are you mad? So you know, there's balance. There's an art form to creating a panel, and you're starting to understand why it's constructed the way it is. And we ain't gonna get a word in this at this rate. Jesus Christ, these two are at it today.
I agree with you, Matisse. Flawless, stop it. Khalas. We have to get.
Saw a post saying Martinelli, Saka, and Nketiah the new MSN. Do you know what? Let me just take that off of my screen.
That is outrageous.
That is outrageous. That is
outrageous.
That is outrageous. Out of pure respect to me, the viewers, the panel, nobody needs to see that shit on the screen any longer than it is. So let me just remove that right now. Daps made an incredible point that needs to be addressed. Liverpool. We absolutely have to talk about Liverpool next against Chelsea, my team, right? So you can have your banter if you wish. It was 0-0. It was a mid-off. It was a El Shittico, as they say.
El Shittico, yeah.
El Shittico, you know what I'm saying? Nothing to be recording, taping, watching back on Match of the Day, previewing, reviewing, whatever you wish. The content for it was at an all-time low. Husam, we had a therapy session on his channel. He was pouring his heart out to me about how he had no invites to any channels for this game because nobody cares. Nobody wants to cover it. I was telling him about there was no face-off on DR. Nobody gives a shit about Liverpool versus Chelsea.
Yeah.
And I see why.
Yeah,
I see why.
Can I just start on it though?
Can I just apologize to the people?
Husam,
can I just apologize first and then you can go? Because I don't even have much to say. I want to send my apologies to everyone because I thought I'm so crap and he's so crap that we're just going to have a good time playing football together. I thought this is going to end 3-3 or some shit, you know? I thought proper Barclays, we're both crap. It's going to be a good game. There's people from the US who had to wake up at 5, 6, and 7 a.m. to watch that shit. I apologize to any neutral who had to go through 90 minutes of that crap. I really am sorry because there was literally, this is the shortest highlights of a Liverpool-Chelsea game ever. And it was dead hype. And now I know why the hype was dead. The game proved why the hype was dead. That's all I want to apologize to the people. So I'm sorry if I got anyone up after hyping it up to be a 3-3 good game and shit. I'm sorry. My bad.
I would also like to apologize for predicting that there would be goals. I knew in my heart that there would be no finishes. I said, where are the goals going to come from? But yeah, I still lied to you and persisted to try and tell you that this would be a 2-1 either way or there would be some goals. So for anyone who bought the propaganda, anyone who paid the price for my lying and deceitfulness, I apologize. We went from the best game of the weekend in the previous conversation to now the worst game of the weekend. I see Big Steve is in the chat. Big up Big Steve every time. It was a shocking game. And
well, can I just...
It's exactly what happens when 9th place 10th, isn't it, Daps? You know...
But do you know what? I'm going to be honest, yeah? I'm going to give... We know where Chelsea are right now. They're 10th, to be precise, right? And we know that they're literally buying up every sandwich in the store. So we'll put Chelsea to one side. This season started, and I will give Husam and a lot of Liverpool content creators credit that they were calling out how Liverpool's midfield, not getting midfielders in the summer, was going to impact them. And at the time, I was one of the people saying, "Oh, how can you go to this all-conquering quad team to a team that are going to struggle to get top 4 football?" And it was all based on the midfield. Since then, they've spent, I don't know how much on strikers. Their back line that everyone constantly saying until this season is, technically in any combined 11, it's all Liverpool at the back, right? It's no longer so.
These combined 11s have really got to you over the years.
Oh, they did, bro. Last season because it was
He always
frustrating. But anyway,
he always brings them up, and I'm realizing
is,
how many arguments did you get into over these combined 11s?
Oh, lots, bro. They'd have me on streams like 5 Liverpool, 1 City, and just I'd be bargaining, bro.
The
I'd
best
be going,
combined 11
yeah.
he done was with me because I was realistic when we did.
No, I did loads.
If I'm being honest with you, the
Matisse,
best things to do in those situations is to just leave. Why would you?
Well,
why would you
Matisse,
stay and
what
fight
I'd
with
do is I'd
4
bargain.
Liverpool
I'd
fans?
bargain and be like, all right, whatever. But here's my point. My point is that we all knew and we accept that Liverpool fans said their midfield is shit. We've all understood the reason for Liverpool being 8th apparently was their midfield is shit. Here's the issue now. Your defense is shit and your forwards are shit, right?
And their midfield.
And to be honest with you, the one bit of good in you was Alisson, and even recently Alisson's been looking a little bit shit as well. So, bro, do you just need a whole squad? Is that the question? Is do you just need a whole new squad, or are you Klopp out?
Okay, first of all, for the 100th time, I'm not Klopp out because we're gonna get Qatari owners inshallah soon. Second of all, when it comes to, I can literally link you an article from Alex Miller. It's coming to the UK press this week. Don't worry about it. Now, when it comes to, I have a contact at BN Sports, Matisse. People who work in Al Jazeera. You get me? It's Middle Eastern Arabic.
Tell him put us on, man.
You're the man of Jordan. You're the man of Jordan. It makes sense.
Habibi. Now, when it comes to Liverpool, are we 9th because we didn't buy a midfielder? Absolutely not. Daps is 100% spitting. But that's what I've been saying as well this year. It's not simply just buy a midfielder and we suddenly become like title challengers again. Absolutely not. We have to refresh all around. We have to sort of invest around the squad as well, which is why people are now talking about an overhaul. Since we last spoke, there was a Klopp press conference, which the first time in his life, he actually came out and said, I'm going to be here in the summer and a lot of these players won't. And he actually showed like a ruthless side to him, which
he said next 10 years, he wants to be there for the next 10 years.
Yeah. Basically, so he's saying like, I'm going to be here and I'm going to refresh, but I'm not gonna, just allow everyone to be here. Like he's saying, I'm not too loyal. And there's stuff that I know that I cannot say, unfortunately, but there's one I will say at the end of my statement. When it comes to Liverpool right now, we're not 9th just because we didn't sign a midfielder. We're 9th because we didn't refresh the squad full stop. The reason why Man United were so dominant, this is where I'm going to give them credit, growing up with Alex Ferguson, you buy one Sebastian Veron while Scholes and Keane are there. We are waiting for Salah to essentially become dog shit to go buy a right winger. We're waiting for our centre backs to be crap to go buy a centre back. It's not how you do that.
It's reactive, not proactive.
You've got to refresh the squad. You've got to get new players. And this is the stuff we've been talking about all summer long. And coming to the season, I was quote unquote negative. I call it realistic, but negative. And now you see now why we're 9th. It's not just midfield. I wanted us to refresh all over the squad, get new players in. And here's the thing: the whole Klopp deserves criticism. For me, there's only 2 players I have not criticized, and that's Alisson and Thiago. The rest, have your fun. Every single one of them deserves criticism as much as the other or more than others, depending on expectations. When it comes to Klopp, just last week, I reread the article when the Dortmund CAO, when they parted ways with Klopp. They said what we should have done is rather buy a whole new squad and buy new players than get rid of Klopp. And now I look at this team. I know Salah functions in a functioning team. I know Trent functions in a functioning team. I know Van Dijk works in a functioning team. So now what I need to do is, Thiago as well. So now what I need to do is, I need to go get 4 or 5 players who function around them to get the best out of them again. Meaning, I'll give you a very simple example. The game before this one, Salah's first shot on target was in the 83rd minute or 84th minute, which is not acceptable.
That's mad.
Exactly. So when you guys played us Probably 10 minutes into the game, Salah's already had a shot, Mane's had a shot, we've already tried and shit.
Yeah.
Now it's different. Now
You were not really a threat. Our centre backs were mostly
we
quite
were not a
comfortable.
threat at all.
But can I
bro.
ask a question?
Kepa could have had a cigar and coffee and just sat and watched the game. Just
Can
like
I ask a question though? Because you guys played
Yes.
midweek, right? He picked the same midfield as he picked in midweek against Wolves in the 1-0 win. Both teams coming off a clean sheet, so some sort of stability. And I was like, okay, cool, that midfield looks good. But why did he play Elliot on the left, Salah on the right, and Gakpo in the middle, and not Gakpo in his normal position on the left, Elliot out on the right where he just scored in midweek, and then Salah, who's not really doing shit anyway, and is the best finisher down the middle? Like, I felt like it was
that was
kind
a
of
crime
obvious.
against football. Elliot left wing is a crime against football, full stop. It's just
Like
a crime.
Trevor Chalobah genuinely had one of the easiest days of his life out there with
Because
Elliot.
Elliot is not going to do anything on the left wing.
He put in one cross, which
He's a right winger,
headed away. Yeah. He put
And
in
you
one
wanna know
cross
our
that
solution,
Silva
Matisse?
had headed away.
And I'll give you some news. Liverpool are looking to bring Mason Mount in this
Let's go.
January.
Bullshit.
Now,
Now
let
we
me
got a
let me
conversation.
make something clear before someone.
No, let's have it right. Let's have it right.
1 second. No. 1 second. Before someone changes what I said, because this is very important. Because I'm not an ITK, I'm not an in the know, I'm just a regular guy. Sometimes I get information, I'm able to share it, sometimes I'm not. When it comes to Mason Mount, bid hasn't been accepted, none of that nonsense. All I'm saying is, listen to the statement. Liverpool are looking to bring Mason Mount in January. The bid hasn't been accepted, none of that shit. So we're looking to do that, meaning Klopp likes the player and shit. Now, if we do that, I might delete my channel and just stop doing content and disappear off the face of earth for a week. Because if your rebuttal is going to be, he starts for Liverpool, every fucking midfielder starts for Liverpool, because we've got Henderson, who's the worst midfielder in the league, and we've got Curtis Jones, who's the worst youngster in the league, and we've got James Milner, who lactates all year long. That's all he does. Ox is made from Weetabix. Keita's crap and inconsistent. He's a shitter version of Pogba.
Hella crying, man. You got Jurgen Klopp in charge, man. One of the best managers in the league. Qatari owners, man.
Flawless, honestly.
Why is he? Wait, don't go anywhere.
Yeah,
don't go anywhere.
Don't do a Jordan Henderson.
I'm plugging my charger in. 1 second.
Don't go anywhere.
Sorry, I need to get to the bottom of what he just said there, Matisse.
Hold on a second. That will never happen, Daps. So that, like, genuinely, regardless of the form he's in and all of the talk around his name currently, which is overdone as per usual, two sides of the extreme. He will not move to Liverpool in January. That just will not happen. If you look at who Chelsea are looking at letting go, the names that are flying around is your Ziyech's, your Loftus-Cheeks, and your Gallagher's. Maybe that is your pool of
hot
players.
prospect. Who's going to get the hot prospect?
But he is
Which hot
unhappy at Chelsea. Unhappy.
Bum
at Chelsea.
cheeks.
Yeah, man. Bring him to
Listen,
Liverpool.
I always tell
Matisse, if
people,
you were
I always tell
Chelsea, I would
people
say
that this
it's probably not gonna happen
ITK game, this ITK game that people love to play, unless you're planning on being the next Fabrizio Romano and monetizing the shit out of it and being on Twitch and getting all of the numbers up and being the Barcelona shaky twerker who gets the colors out and the Arriba! Oh, no, come on
Matisse, I don't
now.
think it's gonna happen.
Unless
either.
you're gonna
I
do
just
that,
said
it's
we're
not worth
looking
it.
at
It's not
it.
But
worth it.
Hassan,
That
let me
was
ask
what I
you.
wanted to
That's,
understand his sound.
Matisse,
What I
that's
wanted to
why I had
understand
to
was the
phrase
point
it
on-
carefully. We're
But Hassan,
looking.
yeah, but
looking
Hassan, I want to
at
ask you a
it.
question.
Look
So
as
you're
much
looking
as
at
you
him.
want.
You just
I
you
agree
just
with you. I don't think he's gonna
no,
come
Hassan. You just said
I'm
there
saying
though
you
that
were
makes.
looking.
But
You
Hassan,
can
you
look
said
as much as you want.
you said
Everybody's looking at everything. What does that even mean?
yeah, what does that
Looking?
mean?
What does
Yeah,
looking even mean?
Hassan, you just said there though that if that happens
Was.
and Mason Mount does sign to Liverpool Football Club, you will delete your channel, you'll disappear from the face of the earth, all of these type of things. But you just said before that you got Qatari owners coming in, Klopp's in charge, you have players who can function in a functioning
Tag me
system.
in.
So surely you should just trust what's going on.
Tag me in. And this is what
Yeah,
I
yeah.
wanted to get to
Hot
the
tag.
bottom
Can I
of.
answer?
Because
Okay,
hold
go
on,
ahead.
Husam, you started off saying that you're Klopping, you're confident with Klopp, and that Dortmund had said, actually, we should keep Klopp and just give Klopp the signings he wants, yeah? And then you said that Klopp wants Mount. And this is the bit that I don't get. Do you know what? I was watching something, I can't remember what it was the other day, and they were talking about the signings that did well for Klopp. And the signings that did well for Klopp weren't Klopp signings, right?
But his
Now-
much like Tuchel, his talent ID would be questionable. Yes.
Right. And now it's like Klopp has got this power. And now he's like, I don't need recruitment. I don't need. But by the looks of it, yes, you fucking do, mate, because you have no idea what you're doing. You want Mason Mount. You think Mason Mount is the answer.
No, I agree with you.
I think
just
he's the
like what
answer.
Matisse just said, Klopp and Tuchel both have shit talent ID.
So you do agree with, so do you think Klopp
I don't think we should allow Klopp to have the power over transfers
right,
at all.
okay, cool.
Now, does
So
he
what
have the power right now? Yes. Should he have
So
it?
what if-
No. Now,
so
to
what if the
answer
Qatari
Wallace's
owners-
point,
Yeah, go on.
where the new, if inshallah the whole new ownership thing does happen and we do get new owners, this is where they come in, because I know for a fact we've also interviewed two directors of football, and they have come in under the impression and under the premise of they are going to have power. So it's not necessarily like just, okay, Klopp, you do, because I've always mentioned this example because it's just the truth. Pep Guardiola was not awake at 3 a.m. watching River Plate to scout Julian Alvarez. He wasn't. But there were City scouts. There's a City transfer department. They went to Pep. They said Julian Alvarez is a player that's 1, 2, and 3. He does 1, 2, and 3 well. He does 1, 2, and 3 not well. We think he could fit it into the system, blah, blah. He's like, okay, let's do it. That's how it should go. Now, the problem is the difference between Pep and Klopp is as follows. Klopp wants players. Pep wants profiles, meaning Pep will go to Man City, say, I want a midfielder that does 1, 2, and 3. They'll tell him, here's a list of midfielders that do 1, 2, and 3. Problem with Klopp is he's like, Chouameni, Bellingham, or no one. This is where Klopp is at fault, and this is where we need to take the power away from him. So I'm just being honest about my club right now. When it comes to Klopp, if he does the coaching and the management and all that, I have no problem.
Do you know why this is almost giving me
taken away a little bit?
Do you know why this is giving me almost PTSD? Because Tuchel was exactly the same. Tuchel's reported supposed first choice target in midfield was Declan Rice, according to the media outlets, right? And because he couldn't get him last summer, he decided to get nobody. And it was desperately, abundantly, emphatically, bombastically clear that we needed a midfielder, but we didn't get one. Just like it was so clear that you need a midfielder. And these managers are almost willing to neglect and to, almost allow their teams to falter, or they have overconfidence or overtrust in players instead of profiles. Another missed profile, Gallagher, doesn't play in a double pivot, but because Tuchel liked the player, he liked the person, he liked the attitude and all of these other things, he ended up looking like he was going to misprofile him and play him in a position that he's not suited to.
Now he plays right wing back.
Exactly. So I get exactly where you're coming from. It's more about the profile, not the player. But I also agree that just because a manager is faulty in one area, Sir Alex Ferguson, not that any of these guys are on his level, he didn't even take training half the time. Was Sir Alex Ferguson the greatest coach or tactician? Yeah. I've seen much better tacticians and coaches than Sir Alex Ferguson, but that's not the point. The point is that if you believe in enough of the pros, then some of the cons will be outweighed and by those pros, and then you cover up for the cons with recruitment staff, etc., etc. So, just like Pep, right? You could say that, do you want Pep out because he overtinkered in the Champions League final? Of course you don't, because that is a code. That is what you get yourself involved with when you sign up to a Pep. You know that he's going to overtinker. You know that his brain is going to be doing mad calculations and scientific shit and pouring in Bunsen burners and all sorts of madness and test tubes. And at the end of the day, you take that because you know that the pros outweigh the cons. Yeah. But my issue is that basic errors are being made. And I look at that Liverpool team and I think to myself, unless you get that investment, you guys, in terms of the competition that I'm looking around with, Chelsea spending their money like crazy, Arsenal looking like they're revamping. I do think Man United are looking like they're going to be, recovering. Man City, you guys could be in some serious shit. I don't know how you feel about that, Husam, in terms of your long term, because we've spoken about short term. We've spoken about the team shit. We've spoken about the recruitment shit. We've spoken about, the profiles. We've spoken about midfield. The centre backs now are looking mad. The forward, Nunes, Gakpo, these guys are looking a bit mad in my opinion. But the long term, are you still confident about the long term?
Yes.
Okay.
I think this where we'll address it, and just goes back to what I said. Listen, man, Salah did not wake up one day and be crap. Trent is not crap overnight. Van Dijk's not crap overnight. All these players are world-class players. We just need to do something around them to get them back to that level. And I remember I always reference this. Gary Neville and Roy Keane, were sitting in an interview on Sky that I watched, in which they're talking about refreshing the squad. Sometimes when you refresh the squad, it's not even about necessarily the player himself, being unbelievable. It's just about him lifting the spirits of everyone around him,
Yeah,
like
spot
something
on.
fresh to work with.
Yeah.
Now, if I'm Fabinho, I'm looking like, fuck me, it's Henderson again and Trent again. It's just the same shit over and over. You need something new to motivate you. It's just as simple as that. If you don't want, even want to look at it from an NBA perspective or all sports, I can give you the simple example of the Warriors. They went and they got KD. They just changed up the whole thing of the dynamic they had. We need to go get ourselves a KD, and we need to go get ourselves bench pieces around him, which is exactly what we're talking about. More Kostas Tsimikas in the squad, more people who can test the squad. Look at someone like Fabinho. Fabinho was in the conversation for best DM in the world for the last 3, 4, 5 years consistently. Now people are like, haha, Fabinho, he's crap. Did Fabinho wake up one day and be shit just out of nowhere? No, he's a very good player. He's a very good DM. But it's just the things around him are not working. And that's the problem. So you've got to get people around him who work, people around him who do well. This is how you do it.
Apparently Chelsea have agreed personal terms with this Gusto kid from Lyon, the right back, but like I said, fee not agreed. So yeah, nothing crazy until, I mean, you're going to agree to personal terms most likely with these players, but fee needs to be agreed before we get excited. Appreciate you, brother, becoming a member. I think you was a member even prior to that, but much appreciated again for the support. I'm not going to lie, someone said in the comments that Liverpool only need midfielders. We'll see if these attackers attack, because I'm not gonna lie, Gakpo, Nunes, it reminds me of when we had very limited attackers, or very one way or no way type attackers, and that's the way that they look. They don't look multifaceted. It's going to give a lot of Chelsea fans PTSD. They don't look like they're able to find solutions by themselves in tight spaces. They look like they're very chaotic. They need certain type of chance creation for them to really work, which Klopp is probably one of the best at getting that, because if it is rock and roll football end to end, they're going to thrive, I'm sure. But I'm not impressed.
Funnily enough, you ask me now if everyone's available, I'd still say Salah, Diaz, Jota to start. The same thing.
So would I. I
yes,
completely agree. I think Diaz was like exactly what I expect from you guys, and Gakpo is kind of like exactly what I don't expect. And I know he's playing out of position. It's harsh to talk on him this early. He just doesn't move me. He really doesn't. I said it before, even before he joined. When
and on Jota as well. Let's be honest. Jota for me as well. The proof is in the pudding. It never gets spoke on enough. Last January and February, when Mane and Salah were away at the African nations and then came back and took a minute to land, it was Jota that kept Liverpool in that title race. When Liverpool picked up those points on Manchester City that everyone documented, that was actually when Jota was playing a lot of those games. Jota was getting those 1 goals here and there, something that at the moment Darwin isn't doing. So I agree with you on that as well. I think that front three, those two are being missed.
If everyone's fit. Yeah.
Because
Jota might be back for that Madrid game.
When Jota and Diaz come back, what happens to Gakpo and Nunes? Because Will Klopp, because the thing is, because Nunes and Gakpo are Klopp signings, So is he willing, because he seems like a stubborn brother, is he willing to actually go, do you know what, I was wrong, and go back to the other two?
Here's the thing. I think Klopp now has gotten to the level in which we're so shit that he just needs something to go his way. So if he brings in Jota, let's assume just for the sake of argument, in a game he puts Jota, Nunes, and Salah, right? Let's say he tries those 3 and it works. He's just gonna play them. Just gonna be like, fuck that. It doesn't matter.
What's crazy is that
some wins now type thing.
Yeah, we know you need wins, but it's crazy that people think, and not so much you, Husam, that new owners just means automatically your team's gonna be fire again. I don't understand that. Like, you're gonna have to, because Liverpool not only do you have to get new owners in, your new owners then have to put the correct people in place. They have to go get the correct DOF. Say that DOF don't land. Yep. Let's say they go and get the director of football and he lands, and then you need 6-7 players. They all have to land people. It's not that easy. And you might have mentioned it consistently about Klopp's talent ID. So when that could cause friction, say the DOF doesn't get along with Klopp. There's so many things that go into this. Is that I'm looking
another thing, Flawless.
That's why I'm not worried about Liverpool getting new owners. They have to get everything right.
But here's the thing. Husam just said that 2 directors of football have recently been interviewed, right? Now, this should tell you about Liverpool's new owners. And this suggests what I've read recently is probably right, that Liverpool aren't getting new owners. Liverpool are selling a bit of their club. Because if they were getting new owners, then someone hiring 2 directors of football right now for another owner to come in and say, I don't like them, wouldn't work.
Yeah.
It wouldn't work because that's what's happening.
It's definitely a stakeholder.
One
It's
of them
definitely
all the footballing world likes, and that's Paul Mitchell. The other one is someone a little bit maybe not everyone knows. When it comes to Qatari, the Qatari thing with Liverpool, I know Matisse said let's address it when it's like fully happened. When it comes to that, Alex Miller just confirmed that, who's a financial journalist in the Daily Mail. He confirmed. He said we're like Liverpool are speaking to QIA. The one that he's referring to is James Spears. Listen, this is a platform not like my own, so I'm not gonna do something that maybe Matisse doesn't like, but certain journalists have gotten everything wrong ever since that Van Dijk saga,
I've seen
in
your
which
tweet.
Liverpool had to come out and apologize publicly for, because of journalists revealing stuff that they shouldn't have revealed to the public. And ever since then, they've gotten every single thing wrong. Alisson won't sign, he signs. Werner's going to sign for us, he signs for Chelsea. Thiago won't come, he comes. Diaz won't come, he comes. We're going to have a quiet January. 2 days later, we sign Gakpo. So I'd be careful who we reference with this whole takeover stuff.
Okay.
Right.
Let me go.
And also, just quickly before you go, people, these things take time, you know. I'm
Yeah.
saying it now. You're not just buying a whole football club. It's not as simple as just buying, you know what I'm saying, a Tesco meal deal. You know what I'm saying? People act like it's gonna be done. Like they go
Ask Todd.
shout them on Monday, and they go shout them on Monday, and then Tuesday, you know what I'm saying, they're gonna take them over. There's so many things to implement. There's so many things. to
It will
take into
affect summer,
consideration.
not now. I agree with you. It doesn't
Yeah,
affect
like, it's a
now,
lot.
it affects summer.
And I say the same about my football club because people speak on it. You know what I'm saying? And that was, see what this is. Yeah. Now you're right. Matisse, to see that. Go on.
So let's just blast through these super chats. We're gonna finish up on City in a minute. Out of context, sarcasm City. It's mad that you got this. I know that you don't run this. This is some.
Legit.
Yeah.
I have no idea who runs it, but salute to the person who does.
No
because
access to
their
the
clips are
password
great.
whatsoever.
I don't. You know what I'm saying? No access. I don't know, because if it was, I'd be clipping up more stuff. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to our context sarcasm City, man.
Ref, can we VAR that Husam the instigator? He's saying
yeah, you are the instigator. That is facts.
I'm innocent. It's always flawless.
Oh yeah. Don't do that.
True point. Rivals talk. It was back in 2012. Still questioning that whole Chelsea thing that you said earlier. I'm not gonna lie, I recognize. When did you start membership? I didn't even notice. I'm not gonna lie, that was a while ago, but I didn't ask anyone to join it. It was just kind of there. I like to have all the features on YouTube, so I just clicked loads of buttons and here it was. Big up to you all. Much love, Husam. Though United had their lowest points tally ever and a mess of a dressing room, so Ten Hag had to a harder job. I think that's true. The personality problems that were in that team, and Ronaldo being one of them, he had to fix that. So it's not as easy as just looking at the players on paper and saying it was an easy job to.
Are you actually saying that Ten Hag had a tougher job than Klopp?
No, I'm not saying no, not a tougher job than Klopp. No chance, no way.
And we lost our most talented player. I'm saying
not for me, but I'm saying it was still a tough job. And he is overachieving, in my opinion. I'm sending this so you don't have to talk about Chelsea Liverpool game. Winter Surfer.
Shout out Surfer, man. That's my bro.
Shout out Surfer, man.
Every time.
All I can say is that
we didn't know what to say. Honestly, we were just quiet. Like it's just
but all I can say is that if there's positives to take from the game for us, is that our new signings from January seem to be on the right track and actually playing quite well. Mudryk comes in, hasn't played since November, puts in a really good performance. I think Nutmegs. I think one of your players creates an opportunity.
Yeah,
few opportunities. Yeah.
What an accomplishment.
No, not Milner. I think it was Gakpo actually that had to hold that in midfield. Makes his 3 out of 3 tackles. You know, he works hard. He creates 2 chances for Carney that really we should be scoring. Nini had an opportunity, scored for himself. So Badiashile comes in, clean sheet back to back. The new sign is in January so far.
Clean sheet against Liverpool. You're flexing that, really.
Hey, I have to flex anything I can take. I'm 10th. What are you talking about?
That's like me when I first spoke, Greg, like we kept a clean sheet against Chelsea. Come on, Matisse. What's going on here?
You did, and you should be fucking happy about it, mate.
Yes, clean sheet. Let's go, man.
You should be happy with the clean sheet against Chelsea, man. That's right.
That clean sheet took us from 9th to 8th.
Yeah.
Hey, progress, man.
Well, Fulham have to play again. Be careful. Matt, it's all right. Drive up to see 0-0 isn't nice. The best part of the game was John Terry was on the away end. I did see that.
Big up Timo, man. Big up
my guy. I did see that. Big up, bro. Listen, when it comes down to the drive up north, I don't envy. I don't envy that. A lot of people have made the trip to the Etihad and come off worse for wear as well, not just Anfield. Liverpool, actually, Chelsea has been a tight game for years. If you look at the recent results, it's been neck and neck. AJ says Salah got his big contract and said, "What? What's that?"
Hasta luego.
still away goal. Sorry. Yeah. Is it down to the big contract? I mean, we've seen a few players get heat for that.
No. Let's not do that. He in a functioning team, he scored. Even this season, he scored for us. He scored.
Are you okay? So let me ask you a different question. Is
I'm not
this
just
Salah?
defending him, by the way.
Yeah,
I'm saying
is
the
Salah
same
in this
for Van Dijk
moment
and
making?
Trent and everyone.
Is Salah in this moment making you realize he's not as good a player in terms of some of the world's best that he was compared to?
No,
than
absolutely
you
not.
thought? Okay,
No,
so should Klopp be using Salah differently? As in, should he be playing him down the middle, having him as a false nine? Can he drop deep and help create chances?
Yes,
for
he
Gakpo-
can
for
drop
Gakpo?
deep and help create
Yeah.
chances, but he's shown that already.
Yeah.
Matisse, you have seen with your very own eyes.
I have seen it. So why not move him central? So
Matisse, because you
so
know
why
what it
doesn't
is.
he do it?
Salah
The
is
thing
beyond
is, the
Yeah, go on.
team itself
Go on,
as a
Husam.
team is not functioning, which is why I'm not saying this just for Salah. I'm saying this for Van Dijk, for Trent, for all the good players. I'm saying the problem is it is not functioning as a team. It's just not going in the system is not systeming. So the work that is done on the pitch by the players, it's just not happening right now. So you've got players, who are just not playing at the level we saw. Is Virgil van Dijk, one of the best centre backs in the world over the last 5 years? Yes, he's been crap this season. Everything around the 3-4 world class players we have is not working. So we fix that, and then we have a conversation. Meaning Matisse this summer. Inshallah, we sign Bellingham. We sign, a few players. We get to that stage.
Bellingham to Liverpool, as I said earlier today on DR Sports with Alex. If you guys believe that you're going to get Bellingham out of the Champions League when Man City and Real Madrid are interested,
I am guaranteeing you right now, Bellingham's going to wear a Liverpool shirt come summer.
Wow, so you and
Whoa.
wow.
He said guaranteed people.
I don't know why
that's
you
the
think-
second
Someone click
time.
that.
Like, do you
Someone
Why are
think
you
this is a
guys
joking
so
matter?
confident?
It's over
that.
already, bro.
It's this,
But
I'm
Sam,
telling you, it's
Sam,
these
listen,
IT,
brother.
flawless.
I'm
I'm
going to be
telling
honest
you,
with you.
Yeah,
it's
go on,
these
Matisse.
I'm gonna be honest with
ITKs.
you.
These
Is it the
ITKs, they just got this
ITKs?
I
information
don't know
that we
who
don't
your
have.
ITK is, and your ITK
No,
might be
Daps Grizz
right.
said
Yeah?
the same thing. Grizz said the same
You're-
thing. These
bro,
Liverpool fans
no,
are so
but-
confident.
Look, your ITK might be right. He might be, yeah. But the same way you've heard things, I've heard things, right? To be saying you're that confident.
I am
Listen.
that confident.
Okay,
Wow.
if you're that confident, no problem.
It's because
No problem
Liverpool have been
whatsoever.
talking to his dad
But-
for 8 months or something like
Bro,
that.
we've
all
done
I'm
all the
saying is,
groundwork
bro-
already. We're going to employ his dad at the club. It's just how it
Okay.
goes, bro.
Alright,
Hold on,
Football is
hold
not-
on, hold on, no, hold on.
Whoa,
Hassam, you
whoa.
are an intelligent
Before
guy.
Real Madrid signed Martin
Yo,
Odegaard,
man.
his
Yeah, bro,
dad,
relax,
go
big
and
man.
do your research.
Yo,
His
take the
dad
mic away.
got a
Step
higher
away
salary
from the microphone.
than Zinedine
Jesus.
Zidane. Bro,
Step away from the
Okay, so
microphone.
can I finish?
In case they're unaware.
Hassam,
Breaking news. 1 second. Breaking news. Football's a dirty sport now. The thing with Jude Bellingham's
Now.
dad is not a joking thing. This is how football works now. Martin Odegaard, we wanted to sign him before he went to Real Madrid when he was still a youngster and all this shit.
He's
We
an
didn't
ITK
do the
now.
dirty shit that Real
Yeah, he's
Madrid did.
ITK, man.
Real Madrid gave Martin Odegaard's dad a bigger salary than Zinedine Zidane, 900 and something thousand a year, to go and get Odegaard to be their player. The whole thing with Jude Bellingham's dad is not a joke. It's real. Like, he is going to be
Hassam,
employed
you
for
just
club.
You got
Hassam,
Chelsea news? Chelsea news?
Sorry, can I just say one thing?
I don't
Hassam,
have
you
Chelsea
jumped the
news.
gun
Matisse.
so
I'm
much
not
there,
an
bro.
ITK. And by the way, my football club is a closed.
This guy, give him a
My
yellow
football
card,
club is a
please.
closed club. My club is a
Daps has
closed
had
club.
enough.
Name one, Matisse. Name one journalist that gives you Liverpool information before a while. Name the last time you get any journalist tell you we're going to sign player X. Pre a while he signs. No one. Our club is a closed space. I'm telling you. People think it's a joke. Ever since, go check.
And you're definitely going to have the money to finance this move because you
Matisse,
believe
go
that.
check Liverpool pre Van Dijk Southampton saga and post. Ever since that thing happened and we had to apologize to Southampton and to the
That's
Premier
like,
League
oh, sorry.
publicly, they've been hiding information. So you're way more likely to find someone like me who knows someone who works
Yeah, so even his Wi-Fi
Oh,
cut
at
out,
the
man.
club,
You've had
someone
enough.
around the club who he can speak
Even
to.
your
and get to
Wi-Fi
know
cut out, fam.
information than a
Yo, you
journalist
froze.
himself.
He's good now.
And now he's moving without. He's talking without moving his lips there.
Yeah, it's
Hassam,
skilled.
can I
Go
just
on,
say,
Daps.
Hassam, you
I can
jumped
hear
the
you
gun
guys.
there.
We can hear you
Yeah,
now,
we're
unfortunately.
good.
We
Yeah,
can hear you
we
now.
can hear you.
Hassam,
We'll
you
go on,
jumped the
Daps.
gun there and started kind of making out like I'm saying all this stuff about his dad and whatever. You didn't even let me start, let alone finish, bro. All I was going to say is making all them claims, yeah? Like, I'm not going to say he's coming City. I've heard things, but I'm not going to say that. What I was just going to say is that I do believe that at 19 years of age, yeah, I think he's going to have people around him that are going to kind of help him in the right direction. And right now, at 19 years of age, yeah, going to a club that honestly, your fan base, I wanted to speak on it, to be fair, it's cringy as shit. The fact that Steven Gerrard is coming out trying to,
Let's go, Daps.
convince him to go there and whatever. Bro, if I was Jude Bellingham, not only would I not be going to your club, I'd be getting a fucking restraining order out on your club, bro. They're so obsessed. And as a 19-year-old, do you really want to go to a club where your whole existence in the top 4 seems to be based on getting Jude Bellingham in the summer? Like, because if I was Jude, I'd be sidestepping it. I'd even be considering staying at Dortmund for another season. Now, if he is corrupt like that, and if he's going there because his dad wants some money, again, to be frank with you, take him, bro, because that's not the mentality I want at my club.
That's just how football works. Look at this guy. You know how much you pay
winning mentality? It doesn't.
How much do you pay Erling
winning
Haaland's
mentality? It doesn't.
How much do you pay
Haaland's dad works for C.
No.
Okay.
But hold on.
No, I'm asking.
Hold on.
No,
we know how Haaland ended up at City, bro. It's a point system.
I'm asking the question.
Husam,
does he work for C?
Husam, don't try this quick narrative with Haaland is at City because his dad's on the payroll, yeah? There was a point scoring system. All I'm saying is, and again, you can talk about your ITKs. What I'm doing is giving an opinion, and the opinion is
that's
that
literally what I said. I'm not scoring a point against you. I am simply saying this is how modern football works.
Yeah, and what I'm saying is, Husam, let's look at the players. Husam, so let's look at the players that Man City avoided because ultimately they decided to go elsewhere because of money, right? And then we went and got players because of mentality. That argument.
You're going to make it a City thing. I'm not. I'm saying football is dirty, not City is dirty. I'm saying football as a sport is now a dirty sport in which, in order to get advantage over other people, you've got to do certain under-the-table things. That's it. So I'm saying,
right,
one
so
of
my
these
question
things,
to you is, do you want a player that's coming to you based on money?
If one of those things is giving his dad a job, it's going to give us some sort of advantage. Let's do it because football's a dirty sport. That's all I'm saying.
Fair enough.
Let's move on.
I think if he goes there based on money, it's crazy. What I was saying is,
I never said based on money. If it's based on money, he would rather go to Madrid or City. Obviously, they're going to give him more money than us, man.
No, because his dad's getting more money, apparently. So,
no, I'm saying we have to do those things now because this is how modern sport works. Modern sport
it
works
is about money. It's not about money.
Under the table shit. But when it comes to Bellingham, the reason why I want to go, Liverpool is a different club to City and Real Madrid. At Liverpool, he can come in here. He can become a legend and all of that. It's different. It's different levels. Like with City, there's not enough PR for him. That's why KDB never wins the awards that he should be winning because there's not enough PR. If KDB was doing the shit he's doing at Liverpool or at United, he'd win a lot more awards.
He won player of the season last season. Everyone always says he wins too much, and now he doesn't win enough.
To be fair, Foden got young player of the year, and I don't even know if he even deserved it.
That's the great.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, tune in at the end of the season. You'll find out where Jude Bellingham's going.
I'll wait for this. This Jude Bellingham saga is going to be live. I just want to say to you, Husam, I just want to say to you and
I mean, we usually laugh in June, not you.
Hey, to Husam,
I'm going to laugh in June when it comes to Bellingham.
With the Jude Bellingham saga in summer, to Husam and Daps, please, can you have me on your channels over that period of time? I want to be there front row for that Jude Bellingham team.
Why do you want to be on the channel when you're a United fan?
Yo, because are we not brothers to support you, fam? You know what I'm saying? I enjoy content creating with you. Maybe I just want to be on stream with you. I want to be on stream with you, Husam. Is that so wild, isn't it?
You're gonna be on stream now. He's spinning the block.
You.
Last 2 weeks,
mock you.
So this is me and Flawless, right? This is me and Flawless. Fuck you, Husam's the bad guy. No.
You are a bad guy. Oh, you're my brother, though.
I'm gonna expose you. I'm gonna expose you right now for the people.
Yeah.
So 15th January. Flawless, are you free at 11 p.m.? No. Yesterday, are you free at 11 p.m.? No. Yet I'm supposedly, I don't want him on stream. It's my fault. Husam's the bad guy.
This is why you're the bad guy. I never said you've not had me on stream. What I did ask, I said, can you please? You know what I'm saying? I asked nicely because I'm not entitled. I don't expect. I'm not a Liverpool fan. So I said during this period, and as you perfectly pointed out as well, it's nothing. I appreciate it. Yeah, why not on the Bellingham video? Why can't I
said so. It's my channel.
Why? This is unfair, though. That is not fair. I would let you on my channel if it was something not to do with Liverpool.
Man just said it's my channel.
In defense of me, I do shows on Sundays. A stack day for me. That's all it is. That's why. You know what I'm saying? That's why I didn't jump on Sunday. I'm on Shameless FC at 10 p.m. That's all. Shout out to
All
my
right,
guy.
let's move on because this
That's
is
it,
fucking
man.
going left. We ain't even gonna get time to speak on City, but we're gonna give it a little Haaland gloss and Rico Lewis get his props and whatnot. Unless Daps has any concerns. Labour supporters but defend FSG like a cult. That's super chat, much appreciated. I ain't gonna try and even get
That's
political
wild.
in here. AJ said it took me 4 seconds to realize Mudryk is better than Anthony. 4 seconds.
I like how Anthony's the bar. Love that.
Mad. Mount
He's
to
bar for
Liverpool.
fitness.
The countdown
Yeah.
is on for
You're an
Husam.
eighth.
But much appreciated
Big
Winter
up Surfer,
Surfer. Surfer always supporting. Jude ditched United too after looking set to be at Old Trafford. Things can change very quickly in football. It's what I warn people all the time, even if it's looking like a dead cert. 15-16 Firmino, Henderson, Milner, Coutinho, Emre Can, Lallana, Lovren, Origi all would get into this United 11 that Ten
Oh
Hag
my
inherited.
God.
Uncomfortable
Bro,
facts.
what are you smoking, Aslan? Honestly, you're not even smoking. You're smoking class A drugs. Who the fuck
people
from
for-
that whole thing you
people
just
forget-
literally Lovren
but-
ain't better than Varane. Lovren ain't better than Martinez. He doesn't get into the
Martinez
11.
wasn't in the squad. Again, you made
What are
it.
you
He
doing
did not
here?
inherit Martinez. Let's not do that. He didn't inherit. If we're gonna state the facts, let's state the
Lovren
facts.
He just
is
he
not
bought
better.
Ten Hag did not.
Lovren
No,
is
no,
not
no.
better
Listen to
than
the words that are
Maguire
coming
or
out of my
Lindelof
mouth.
either.
You know what I'm saying? He didn't know. I'm not disputing
He's
that,
not
but he
better than
didn't.
Maguire or Lindelof. Full
Don't
stop.
use Martinez. He
Daps,
didn't
you might have to
inherit
forego your
Martinez.
section.
Don't do that.
He is
Don't do
not
that.
better than Maguire or Lindelof.
Don't
man.
do that. I'm not
Fuck
disputing
me.
that. I'm
I
just
swear you
saying be
guys are
right.
so
We'll
disingenuous.
start with you next week.
I'm just saying
We
be
finished
right.
8th.
Don't be.
When
Just be
Klopp
right. We
came
finished
in,
seventh.
Hold on, I've
eighth.
just realised.
We
We
finished
had
seventh.
Danny Ings up
1
front.
week.
What's
We
going
finished
on?
seventh. We had Maguire in our team.
Yeah, it's
Maguire's
unfortunate.
better than
It happens
Lovren.
to me all the time on the Big Six.
Yo, it's mid v trash. It's Liverpool
No,
versus Everton currently. You know what
Maguire
I'm saying?
is
Mid and trash.
Maldini compared
It's
to
Liverpool
Lovren. Let's
Everton.
do it.
No, he's not, man. It's mid trash,
Yes,
man.
he
It's
is.
Merseyside. It's Mersey.
Yes,
You believe that? It's just Merseyside. It's mid versus trash, innit? It's Liverpool Everton
No, it's not.
currently.
It's
That's what it is.
stinky
You're mid
trash
and they're
versus
trash.
trash.
All right, stinky. All right, call yourself stinky trash. Whatever trash you want to
No,
be. You
not
can be trash in the
myself.
platinum
Jay
black.
and
You know
Lovren
what I'm
is
saying? Not
stinky.
you. I'm talking about your team, not you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Not you. You're a
that team
star.
was trash. We just finished
no.
8th.
I'm
bro.
saying right now. I'm saying your team's trash now. That's what I'm saying right now.
No, my
You're
team
mid.
is
Oh yeah,
just,
it's mid. Sorry, it's mid versus
my
trash.
team
Yeah,
is the Ferrari that hits
It's
wheels.
mid.
That have
No, ain't
fallen
no
off.
Ferrari. It's a mid,
just
mate.
gonna
Ain't no
get wheels
Ferrari.
back
Who's
on.
lying to you, man? Who's like?
You're
It's mid.
pretending
You know
to
what
be
I'm
a
saying?
Ferrari, but you got the energy of
It's
a
mid.
Toyota.
We are not a
That's the bigger
Ferrari. We
problem.
are definitely not a Ferrari. Never said that.
Yeah,
We just
I
making
know you ain't a
improvements.
Ferrari.
We got a working engine. I'm just
You're not
happy
even
about
an
that. You know what I'm
electric car.
saying? We got a working
You're a
engine. We
Prius.
fixed the
That's
window.
what you are.
We fixed the window. You know what I'm saying? The
You're a
rims now
Prius.
spin.
You're a
You know what I'm
hybrid.
saying?
Oh,
You have
sometimes
no
maybe
engine.
good,
You
sometimes
have
maybe
no
shit.
engine. You have no exhaust pipe, no engine, nothing. You know what I'm saying?
We
It's a
got
wrap.
everything. We
You know what
just
I'm
need
saying
new
in that.
wheels.
You don't even have a seatbelt. You have to wrap the
You're
extension
so
cord
rude,
around you. You know
Flawless.
what I'm saying? What are you talking about? You got to wrap the extension cord around
Can
you.
we talk
and
about the
wrap it around
comeback
the door.
against Tottenham and the win? See? It's always flawless with
It's you. It's
I'm sorry, Daps.
It is what it is. Listen, I mean,
We're out of time, and it's like, I tried my very best to move on to the Man City section about 10 minutes ago, but
I know my role, and when you've got an ITK on your show, you have to give him all that airspace because he's broke the news that Jude Bellingham is officially 100% going.
Done. And how could we skip over that?
Bro, I know my role. I'm a little content creator. That's all.
Same. I'm the host, but I'm nothing to this relationship that is forming between these two. There's nothing I can do. I had to send them straight off. That is a foul. I know you're never a foul, but that is the 2-footed tackle from both of them in that segment. Just quickly on Man City, actually, you guys, before I bring these two hyenas back into the
They're still arguing backstage. They can't.
Yeah, they're probably still shouting at each other. I just want to ask you on obviously Rico Lewis, right? I looked at your team again. It was mad narrow again, in my opinion, in the first half. Obviously, Haaland gets his hat-trick. You managed to bypass it in the end. 31 goals in all comps, 25 in the season in the Premier League. But again, everything was really narrow. Laporte, for me, is not as he's not going to bring the same width that Ake brings. And then with the passing, we saw that when he came on for the goal. And then we're taking a look at the other side. Rico Lewis is tucking in. Are you more confident of you getting better as a team? I know you won 3-0. It was actually a comfortable day in the end. You played a Wolves team that are kind of struggling, have their own issues, can't shoot for God knows what.
Do you know
did that performance bring any more confidence to you and the way that he's selecting his team?
I think what it is in what I've seen from the interviews of Pep. I've been trying to work out the interviews over the last maybe 98 hours or whatever it is. And I think with Pep, it's always about tactics, in it. That's the challenge Pep loves, is tactics. But I think what Pep's realised at the moment is that's not the priority at the moment. We've got good enough players. The priority is getting is playing players based on form, playing players based on who's trying hardest, right? Because there's what I saw in that second half against Tottenham in particular is the minute we started chasing balls down, pressing from the front, winning balls, right? The crowd gets louder. And strangely enough, when you press and you win balls back and you try hard, guess what? You score
Sorry,
goals.
I've just seen the
right?
banner in it. Sorry, that's mad funny.
And it's it's just for me. I think we can all look at tactics. The biggest thing that has been wrong with City this season is where we've been recycling the ball. And even in the second half against Tottenham, although we scored 4 goals, it was still worrying that we invite players back. And this is the key. De Bruyne, Bernardo Silva, and Gundogan are not recycling the ball like they used to, right? They are recycling the ball within 3 seconds in the other team's half.
They also don't switch the play. I felt like Grealish was in loads of space.
And so I think what Pep's doing at the moment is it's based on who wants it more. Like Grealish is working his ass off, so Grealish is going to keep starting. And I think what he's now trying to do is we saw Ake got rested and Laporte started. And I think that is because I think there's one other change, I think. And I think he's slowly trying to work the out of form players back in, because right now, this is not based on tactics. We've got good enough players that I think that will come. Right now, it's about mentality. We need to get back cooking and believing and wanting that food. And that's what I think we're doing at the moment. And I think
it's
that's
more
why
motivational, mental thing than it is.
And I think I'm seeing that from Pep. That Pep's
Is everyone
realising
hungry
that
on
at
the
the
stream?
moment.
How many food analogies are we gonna have today?
I'm
You're hungry. I'm starving.
I'm hungry.
I'm actually quite hungry. Yes.
I'm hungry as well.
Either from
I'm
the start
hungry.
of the stream, Tesco's, meal deals.
Yes.
Sunday.
I'm hungry, man.
Yeah, we're
Everything's been
going
mentioned.
to wrap up soon. Definitely getting hungry.
I'm hungry.
But yeah, listen, it is what it is.
I understand where you're coming from.
I think that coming. Someone earlier on, one of the comments said something about Daps. You need to worry more about conceding 2 goals to Tottenham. I mean, I hear you, and it was from an Arsenal fan, right? I hear you, but no, bro, we conceded 2 goals to Villa on the last day of the season and then scored 3. So we all concede goals is how you bounce back. And so therefore, I don't care if we concede 2 goals in the first half every game this season. If we score 3 or 4 in the second half, no problem, because that is what will win us the league. And we need to concentrate on the fundamentals at the moment. And listen, I'm more confident now than I was 2 weeks ago. A lot more confident, because I've seen the fight and I've seen you ignite that fire and you see what happens with City. So
okay, fair enough. I don't know if I'm more confident based on what I'm seeing, but I'm at least happy that you guys are hanging in there and you're fighting.
Well, hanging in there. Come on. I've been nice about Chelsea. I'll get a yellow card for this, bro. I've been very nice about Chelsea.
That's you need to stop being nice. I'm telling you now. This guy will stab you in the back the moment you let him down. I'm telling you now. The moment you lose 2 games in a row, it's over for you. So this whole nice.
I know, bro. He was calling me at half time.
I'm telling you
You
exactly.
can't be at
So
half
this
time.
whole
What
nice
is
thing
this?
to Chelsea
What is
game,
going on?
Don't be nice
You
anymore.
promised me to
bro.
be
They're 10th.
okay. I'm like, yo, City got this, man.
This guy thinks just because it's called Battle of the North, we ain't gonna roast him. He's fucking 10th, bro. He spent 600 million and he's 10th. How shit are you to be 10th in the English Premier League after spending 600 million? Are you mad?
We've run out of time. Husam, I will be on the stream with you when Mount Sion's Winter Surfer. He says Arteta's first 11 had what's his? I can't remember how to pronounce his name.
Socrates,
that's it. And David Luiz and Reece Nelson and
from
Laka
Jordan,
and Aubameyang and all these guys. Yes, Ten Hag's United, Varane, Shaw, Sancho, Rashford, flawless. Fact check time.
To Akil and everyone talking about this. If you lot want to pick up these imaginary trophies, cool. You right, Akil. Yeah, you right.
imaginary trophies. Arteta won the FA Cup.
No,
I mean,
I'm
listen,
talking about this. No, I'm calling this debate that we're having about who inherited worse an imaginary trophy. So I'm agreeing with you, Husam. I'm agreeing with Akil and everyone else in the chat. Ten Hag inherited a better side than Arteta did and Klopp did. Cool. Can we move on?
Big up to Akil as well, because it's like 2:45 a.m. in Hong Kong right now. Big up
Is
to
that
you,
what it is,
man.
Hong Kong? Hey, big up to you, Akil, though, man. That is
Global,
Big up to you.
It's
3 a.m. and you have to listen to Flawless shout. I apologize, my bro.
Flawless, do let them know where to find you. It's been a pleasure. Guys, make sure you are subscribing to these guys, man, because they are just relentless in their pursuit for chaos and
Hey,
yeah,
I just defend
absolute
myself.
carnage.
You know what I'm saying?
saying between. So make sure you subscribe. The links are in the description, man. Make sure you support their channels because this show is just it's so fucking hilarious. Flawless, let them know where to find you.
Cheers, man. Hey, love for having me as always, Matisse. Much appreciated. Big up to Daps, big up to Husam, of course. And that it's always great fighting with Husam on there. You know what I'm saying? If Liverpool had more of that fight, you'd be higher than 8th. But here we are. That's me, Flawless People, on Twitter and Instagram. You know what I'm saying? Follow me on Twitter. Follow me. Stop laughing, Matisse. Follow me on Instagram. And then Sarcasm City TV on YouTube and Twitch, people. Obviously, we cover Premier League. There's Manchester United mainly content on there, but all over Premier League sites, NBA content, NFL, plus more. We live at least twice a day on the YouTube. I live pretty much every day on the Twitch as well. So much content. You know what I'm saying I'm trying to be like Matisse, people, with the consistent content. So Sarcasm City TV on YouTube and Twitch. And go follow Husam and go follow Daps. And yo, get the likes up as well. There's over 1.5 of you lot in here, and we are even at 800 likes. You know what I'm saying? Get this conversion rate up, man. What's going on?
You guys are shooting like Nunes, man. Sam.
Guys, we need better conversion rate than Havertz and Martial and all these bozos in the Premier League. So make sure you hit the like button on this video. You know, my channel is called This Is Football. At 8, I'm going to go live to cover the Qatari takeover, inshallah. Can I point at my channel's name if people couldn't hear me?
You got that. Let Matisse get to the bag. That's money.
Super chat. As soon as I'm doing this, so now I'm looking at the super chat.
But Husam, we gonna get back to that.
My channel's
But
called.
no, we're gonna get to that. But I don't like surface super chat going at me. You can. I just got insulted. I just got insulted, man. Did you not see the super?
We'll address it. Don't worry.
I just got insulted, man. My feelings are hurt.
Carry on. Let
I
him
never interrupt you in the outro, Matisse. Flawless. Don't disrespect.
Don't let the concurrent drop. Let him do what he's got.
Anyway, so guys, this is football. You get me? Is where you can find me. I'm gonna do a video at 8, inshallah, on the Qatari takeover, which lasted longer than Man United's title race, so it's still going right now. You know, it didn't last 4 days. It actually lasted a whole week, and we're still talking about it. There's a, there's a journalist who dropped information on it. And this is my Twitter, where you can find the infamous spaces, and it's just the same @ on Instagram and everywhere as well. Make sure you subscribe to This Is Football and follow me on social media platforms, and also subscribe to Matisse's channel and like the video, you bozos. How are we not on 1K likes when there's 1.5K people watching? You're all moving like Man United in front of goal yesterday. Just hit the like button, man, and subscribe to Matisse's channel. Subscribe to everyone on the panel as well.
Yes.
Fucking hell. Big up to you guys, though.
That's
Battle of the North, my favorite show.
Pleasure. Absolute pleasure. Yeah, okay. Just subscribe to Never a Foul.
Listen, I'm trying to talk as little as possible because these men have spoken more than enough. So never a foul, man. But hit the like button on this video. But yeah, never a foul. Like the other guys, cover everything football.
Yo, Daps, I'll apologize on behalf of Husam because
I apologize on behalf of Mr. Flawless, for ruining our meeting and then losing the title race in 3 days. Crazy.
Hey, I told you about the title race.
Winter Surfer says it doesn't matter what the time is. Flawless's face smile and laugh is always Lord of mercy.
Hey, so he's supposed to be my guy. Man spent money, to say this. This is outrageous, Surfer. This is my guy, people, as well. Like me and Surfer work together.
I told you
on
in
a
the
daily
people's
basis.
first, and you don't want to listen.
What I'm saying? No. I'm a part, man. The people in it. Yeah,
you are not.
I am, man.
You are.
Why is Sam going live at 8 and not 97? Wait,
hello, accountant. Do you want to be my agent as well and be responsible for which time I go live?
He does. You need one.
I
saw
your
conduct.
For the super chat,
you need an agent, man.
I don't need an agent.
Yeah, man. Saw your behavior, man.
I'm my own agent.
No. You sounded like Klopp right now, innit?
No, I'm my own agent.
Recruitment. You need an agent.
Don't worry, I won't run us into the ground. I'll be like Ferguson. I'll win us league titles.
All right, okay.
Hold that. See, now he can't respond because I used his own guy.
Yeah, use my guy. You use the goat. I'm glad. You know to use the guy. Man. You know what I'm saying? That's
just
my
like
guy.
Nketiah silenced you. Just like
that's my guy in it. You know what I'm saying?
Let's talk
about it. Okay,
why did your title race last 4 days, honestly?
Because we're not good enough to be in a title race. I told you this.
4
You didn't want to hear
days,
me.
You
We are not good enough. I don't care.
Tottenham's title race lasted longer. Tottenham Hotspur lasted longer in the title race.
In the words of Modi from Top Boy, I don't care. Go win a
don't watch
trophy.
Top Boy.
I
know
don't care.
this
I know you
Tuesday
don't, man,
shit.
innit?
No
Because
one
you're not a
watches
man
Top
of the
Boy.
people, man. If you're a man of the people,
Yeah,
you
but
would
I
watch
don't
Top
watch
Boy.
fucking series on Netflix.
You
I watch
don't watch
football.
it.
That's what I watch.
Yeah, I'm saying, well, you need to watch. You need to broaden your horizons. You're
I
like
don't
Klopp, man. You
broaden,
see
I
that?
watch
You see how Klopp
football. I'm a
wants just one
football man.
player, yeah? You see
I'm
how
in
Klopp just
these.
wants one player.
I'm in
Profile, man.
these.
Profile
I'm
and
in
that.
these.
I've got two
You
of them
ain't
too.
seen
I got
this.
3 of them. I
You
got
ain't
3 of
seen
them.
this since
I got 3 of them
2008.
things. I got
You ain't
3 of them
seen this.
things.
I
Yo,
got
go
6
retain
of them.
something. Go
I got
retain
6 of them.
something. How many
I
Premier
got
Leagues
6
you
of
got?
them.
How many Premier Leagues you got?
I've got 19
Yeah. How
Premier
many
Leagues.
Premier Leagues you got? No,
I've
you
got
don't. You got
19
one
Premier
Premier
Leagues.
League and that. No, you
I've
got
got
one
19
Premier League and
Oh,
some
you wanna
football
play this
leagues and
game?
that. You know what
You
I'm
know the
saying? Yeah,
Premier
yeah.
League
Well,
goes-
play.
3, 2, 1, start.